surgeons keep our hearts beating. They do the amazing, help save lives, and so can you. Your CSL plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines that can give Grandpa the chance for his heart to swell when he meets his new grandson, or give a bride the chance for her heart to skip a beat on her wedding day. Every plasma donation helps more than you know. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate today at your local CSL Plasma Center and be rewarded for your generosity.
People say I ain't no good, and I'm crazy as a loon. Cause I shave my head in the morning, pick guitar in the afternoon. Just like old Chief and Charlie, I like to lay around in the shade. Well, I ain't got no money, but you better believe I got it made. Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this bald-headed country boy alone.
A good buddy to the show decided to sponsor this month. DPF Alternatives at 314 Garrison Road in Macon, Georgia. You can find this good old boy on Facebook at DPF Alternatives, Macon, Georgia. They service diesel vehicles, semis, pickup, tractors, heavy equipment, anything that uses diesel. They clean all emission systems and diesels, and they give you a 1-year warranty. They also sell aftermarket filters, offer 24-hour service. Look, my dad recently, this is how we got hooked up with these guys. My dad recently had to take his truck somewhere to get it serviced, and the guys over at DPF hooked us up, and we come to find out that he listened to the show because his sister had been on the show a lot. So pretty much like family now. So if your diesel needs its emission system cleaned or serviced, I'm telling you, go check out my guys over at DFP in Macon, Georgia. You can call them now at 478-973-8502.
Tell them you heard their ad on the Josh Terry podcast and get $50 off. DPF Alternatives, Macon, Georgia.
Shout out to my boys over at Deep South Chemical. A couple weeks ago, they heard the ad on the podcast, and they sent me over some of the stuff that they sell. Some chemicals that you wash your vehicles with, some degreasers, some tire shine, some waxes, all that good stuff. And let me tell you, folks, their stuff isn't like the shit you get at Walmart. This isn't like the shit you get from O'Reilly's. They gave me this stuff for my tires and rims, and all I had to do was spray it on and wipe it off. I didn't have to scrub. I didn't have to break my damn back. Their stuff literally was so good, I just had to wipe it off. I know I would have used these guys again even if they wouldn't have sponsored the show. So it tickled me when they decided to do it this month. So I need you guys to please go look up Deep South Chemical. Call them today. They'll ship the stuff to you. Their phone number is 404-909-4257. That's Deep South Chemical. Tell Mr. Scott that Josh Terry sent you. Let me tell y'all about Blue Collar Alliance. Yeah, I need y'all to go look it up on Facebook right now. It is a great group on Facebook, and it's way more than that. My buddy, Bubba Malbrew, is helping out blue-collar workers left and right. He also has a roofing company. Just go look it up if you don't mind. Blue Collar Alliance. One of the artists that I would really like for y'all to take a look at is my guy, Mark Ware. Mark was in here a couple weeks ago. He tells his story. You guys need to go listen to that episode. Also, go follow all of his social media. Mark Ware Music on everything. Dude is solid. He's a good friend of the show. He'll be playing a writers round with us coming up May the 24th up in Nashville. Go look him up now. Mark Ware Music. Let me tell you about my girl, Miss Erica, with Crooked W Consulting. She has a small marketing and design agency out of North Carolina. She offers small, affordable business solutions that tailor your business and startups nationwide. She's currently doing my new website. I'm telling you, folks, you need to let her do yours. She's doing us a jam-up job. She also offers digital marketing, graphic design, and social Media Management. If I'm using her here at the studio, there ain't no reason why your small business shouldn't. Look her up on Facebook and Instagram at Crooked W Consulting, or text her now at 919-351-2084. Crooked W Consulting. Hit up Miss Erica now. You won't be disappointed. Let's give a quick shout out to Nobles Networking. Guys, if you're looking for a new internet provider, they hook me up here at the studio and at my house. If you live out in the country and you can't find nowhere else where to get your internet, or you're paying too much for Hargrave or any of that other shit, look up Nobles Networking. 478-308-0596. You are going to love it. I'm telling you, it works great for me. It runs everything here at the studio at my house perfectly. Hit up Nobles Networking. Let me tell you about Lori's Dive-In in Alamo, Georgia. I ran her ad several times now. She's been with me since I started doing this stuff. Even if it's not convenient for you, take some time, go out of your way and go eat there. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. She takes pride in her staff, her food, her service, every single aspect. So, please go check out Lori's Dive-In Alamo, Georgia at 18 Commerce Street, Alamo, Georgia. Phone number there is 912-568-1945. Lori's Dive-In. If you've seen me wearing hats lately that's got DYH on it, it stands for Down Yonder Hat Co. Seth Bazemore, a buddy of mine, he owns that company, and he has sent me some of their hats. Let me tell you, I love them. I've worn them in a lot of my stuff lately, and I plan on wearing them a lot more. I've showed them to some of my friends. He has a startup business, and I'm telling you guys, you would absolutely love them. So do me a favor. Go right now to his Instagram at Down Yonder Hat Co. Check them out. They also have a website, downyonderhatco.com. Order some stuff from them and tag them on Instagram. And when you do, make sure when you make the post, you say that you heard about the hats and Down Yonder right here on the Josh Terry Podcast. Now, let's get to the show. What's up, folks? Thank y'all for tuning into the Josh Terry Podcast. We are back in Georgia at Raising Grace Studios after, I shouldn't say much needed trip to Nashville, because it seems like that's all I'm there anymore. Only place I record. I don't even feel natural recording in the studio right now. But what is natural is looking across from me and seeing Miss Gypsy, my little road warrior that seems like she's been everywhere with me lately, and very much glad for you to hang out with me next little bit.
Thanks.
Pull your microphone closer to you.
All right.
You shouldn't have a problem having anything that close to your face.
I do like it. It's been a while, though.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
For you?
Yeah. I'm on a fucking dry spell.
What's your dry spell?
Okay. A month and a half ago.
A month and a half is your dry spell?
Well, before that, it was like 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't count work stuff, though, do you?
No, I do. Like it's.
You count work stuff, and it's.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's been a hot minute. Collabs and all that stuff been backing out. I'm like, what the hell?
People been backing out collabs with you?
Like I was going to Vegas to do some, but like a whole bunch of stuff happened, and it was understandable why people couldn't do it. There was a death, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was about to make a bad joke.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry you're on dry spell. I'm also on a dry spell.
Really? You?
What?
You?
I stay on dry spell. I'm telling you, I wish I got laid as much as everybody thought I did.
I know. I thought you got laid all the time.
I wish I did. I'm so picky, though. Like,
too.
I am extremely picky. And I have the problem. Well, it's not a problem. It's actually a good thing. But it's where I get so close with women, like even me and you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not worth it.
Don't want to ruin a friendship. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
like if I know I'm not going to date you and we're friends, I'm not going to sleep with you.
Right. I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I'm the
like,
same exact way.
I mean, there's just no sense. I'd rather you be my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, because we got some good looking women in our friend group.
Our friend group's hot.
Yeah, we got some fucking beasts.
Yeah.
And if I see Alyssa's ass running around the house one more time, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. So I'm glad that she's just like family. Like, boo, I don't know. That one might make me guess. That might make me take a leap. Her mom's gonna hear that, and she's just gonna send me a frowny face.
You'll be all right.
I love them so damn much. But yeah, it's like there's no sense in risking it.
No, I don't think so either. Because
And
then
that-
you ruin a great friendship.
But then what's bad is like there was a girl the other day that was telling me that she kind of backed out on me and her doing something like hanging out together, and it annoyed the shit out of me because I changed my plans and everything to see this girl, and she was like, "Look, I just gotta be real with you. You're around these beautiful women all the time. I can't compete with them."
Yeah, but there's no competition. in
And
our
I was
group.
like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
No, our group is really good. We all bring each other up, and we're all, hey, you look awesome, and I just think everybody is like really, really cool in that aspect of our family.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you don't last long in the family group.
Absolutely not. I'm getting bad about. I shouldn't say I'm the one kicking bitches out because I'm not. It's just
They're kicking themselves out.
yeah. Like I get tired of folks, and when I get tired of somebody, I take my peace. My peace is the biggest thing in my life
Yeah.
now. It ain't my bank account or anything else. Like I want peace of mind.
Exactly.
And the second something starts bothering me, I don't let it fester anymore. Like I just address it then.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that. A lot of
Well-
people aren't like. There was somebody recently, and she wasn't really in our fucking group yet anyway. Well, she was friends with somebody, and she's still hanging out with some people. But it was where, like, something that was said to her in private got back to somebody else, and it could have been taken out of context.
Right.
And it's just like, that was said to you in private.
Right.
You're just trying to start shit.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah. Those people don't last. With me,
Yeah, I
around me
delete
at
you.
all.
I delete you off all social media. I don't speak to you. I'm not gonna be ugly to you,
Right.
but I'm just not gonna fucking speak to
Right.
you.
Exactly.
I'm weird about that though.
Yeah. Well, you made a TikTok today about your worst toxic trait was if you feel like you're putting somebody out or something like that. That is
Yeah.
also my hugest.
Oh yeah,
toxic
the
trait.
second I feel like I'm
Inconvenience.
bothering somebody or I'm an
bothering you.
inconvenience,
Yep.
I'll show myself to the door.
Me too. I'm the same exact way.
I will show myself to the door. I got to where I'm not gonna say her name. Somebody, and it is friends, but like maybe like the first person I've probably been interested in like a long time.
Yeah.
And I made it to where I feel like I was inconveniencing this person,
Right.
and now it's just like I'm not gonna say anything at all.
Yeah.
Like I'm just not like, and it's not necessarily even their fault. It's just where, especially me and you are a little bit older than everybody else.
Yeah. I think I'm the oldest one of the group actually.
Yeah, but you're what, 42? Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll be 36 in a couple months. So yeah, me and you both are right there.
Yeah.
Tawny and Sarah's probably right here with us too.
Yeah.
I know they are. But like, the older I get too, the more I realize that I like messing around and talking to people that are my age.
Yeah.
Because they get the fact that, hey, we're busy and you can't get back to somebody right away.
Exactly.
Like younger people, they don't understand that yet.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like,
some older people don't either because I
Yeah.
had that whole experience yesterday on my social media.
oh yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, this person just totally texted me and like reamed me out. I've never met this person in my life, not once. I'm nice to everybody, so you come in and I'm nice to you. So this person had built up in their brain that we were besties or something, and started yelling at me. And I was like, "Oh no, we don't play that." And it wasn't the first time that person had done that, so I just ended up blocking them on everything because I was like,
Best
"You know
way
what?
to do it.
I don't have time for this shit in my life. And I don't have time, even if I had met somebody and they called me yelling at me for not contacting them, I'd be like, whoa. Like, first off, lower your tone.
Yeah.
And secondly, talk to me like a human being because that's how I would approach somebody.
Yeah, I used to think it was just men that did that. Like I've seen some, I shouldn't say buddies, because none of my buddies are psychos. I've seen some men though that have just completely lost their shit on a woman for not paying them attention
I can't handle
and thinking the worst like right off the bat or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot of women.
Yeah.
There's one that I'm still friends with, and I'm always going to be friends with her. I've bragged on her a lot in everyday life. Just that I think she's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but she's a good person in my eyes. But boy, you don't do one thing right, you are getting scolded.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, and this is like, hold up now, bitch.
Right. I'm a grown ass person.
Yeah,
Don't
like,
scold me.
Yeah, you know what? You want to know why you're single? It's because you do shit like that. I try to talk to everybody as if they're grown until you show me that you're not grown.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I've got friends like hell. Macy's 24. I think Reagan's 25.
Megan's so mature.
Yeah,
Megan is awesome.
little ass Savannah that was running around with us in Nashville, Miss Team No Sleep. And she's 22.
Yeah. That's why she had no sleep. She could
Yeah,
do
boy,
no sleep. I couldn't do it. I'd be
Yeah,
dead.
you ain't fucking lying. I don't know how the hell she did it, but they don't act like they're in their 20s.
No.
But I've met some grown ass women that are 40 something
yeah.
years old, and you'd think them bitches were still 16 years
Oh, yeah.
old.
Exactly.
But usually they're single.
It's their own insecurities.
Yeah.
That's why. That's what gets you in trouble is your own insecurities 90% of the time.
Well, I learned a long time ago what your insecurities are your insecurities. You should never project them onto other people.
You shouldn't, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, but what pisses me off is the people that are projecting it are usually the ones that are like, what is wrong with me? Why doesn't anybody want to be with me?
Right.
Or anything like it's like they're their own worst enemy, but yet they don't understand that they're their own worst enemy.
Right.
You got to be self-aware.
Yeah.
But it was like I was telling the guy that you introduced me to, Bobby Vivid.
Yeah.
I was like, the good thing about knowing that you're a red flag or knowing that you're the problem
Right.
is if you're the problem, you can fix it.
Yes. You can. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like-
why I've been single for so long. It's not that I couldn't find somebody or I didn't want to find somebody. It was just the fact that I knew I had shit I had to work on personally before I wanted to enter into a new relationship. Because what's the point of bringing your old shit into a brand new relationship when it has nothing to do with that other person?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I've been working on myself for the last, since I got divorced, like 3.5 years by myself in a van, being like a crazy mad hatter, working on 2 vehicles and traveling the country and just doing my own shit. But that has been therapeutic for me to work on myself so I can be a better person for myself first off and then for somebody else. And now I'm like, okay, well, let me try, because I heard your episode of being lonely the other day and I was like, man, I know what you're feeling. I get it. I understand it. But at the same time, it's like when it's meant to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah, but
And it's hard for me because I'm like all over the place and I don't stay in one place. So it's hard to build a relationship with somebody. And I know that. So I know the realities of me being single and all that stuff. But I'm okay with it. I'm just like, when it happens, it'll happen.
yeah. But the lonely thing though is when you get an understanding of it. Like I'm fine with being lonely because I don't
okay
want
with it, but sometimes
I don't. But I don't want to settle for less. So loneliness is the only other option.
Yes.
Like I don't want to have to deal with bullshit.
Right.
And if I settle for less than what I want, then I'm dealing with bullshit.
Right.
Like I don't want to have arguments all the time.
No.
I don't want to be with an insecure ass person.
Exactly.
Like when that girl that I was supposed to do something with her recently, she saw a picture of me and Alyssa and Tawny. And I think Sarah was there too. It was one of the trips you missed.
Right.
And nothing but beautiful women.
Right.
And like literally nothing has happened
Right.
between, trust me, if anything happened between me and any of these women, I'd write a fucking book about it.
You sure would.
I would have took pictures. I would have told the world.
Yeah, but if these women that are like this person, I don't know who it is, if they actually knew you and understood you, they would understand that that's not how it is with us.
But that's the thing. Like they project their insecurities though, and it's like, look, you if you came around, you'd understand this is the best situation that you could ever get into.
Right.
Because you know that if I go out, am I going to get drunk and dance with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I going to get drunk and dance with Reagan?
Yeah.
Or Macy?
Yeah.
Or
Everybody.
Or
We're all
Tawny
having a
or
good
anybody?
time.
Yeah. But you know what? It ain't like none of us taking the other ones to bed.
It's not like we're tripping on the
It's
dance floor.
it's like we
there's your
get.
dick in me.
It's
You know,
like
it's not like
it's
that.
like it's like we get to eat our cake, or we get our cake.
Right.
Like we get to have fun.
Right.
Like you get to be out with whether somebody says attractive people or just good people. It doesn't
It
matter.
takes our loneliness away too.
Yeah, exactly.
When
That's
we're
what I'm
with
saying.
everybody.
And since I have that, I don't have to settle for just like a random ass
Right.
booty call or anything else. Like I've got everything I need.
Yeah.
And some people just don't get that. So the loneliness is, it sucks. It really does suck sometimes. But also too, I know that I'm not getting bitched at.
Right. I don't have to argue with anybody every day. It's great.
Yeah, like I know that's what I'm telling you. That is my fave. not getting bitched at. I think the world of Gracie's mother, but we still have arguments to this day. Have not been together in a long time. I've been getting bitched at since I was 20 years old by her,
Yeah.
and that's her only problem. Is we just are good at fussing.
Right.
We are good at fighting. We were always good at making up too.
Yeah.
But we are very good at fighting.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to fucking fight with nobody like that again. Like I'm done with it.
Yeah. That was my last marriage. Just everything was a fight. Like you didn't even want it to be a fight. And then I would be like, you're right, just to fucking make it stop. And then it would turn into something else. And then I wouldn't fight. I'd just be like, you're right, just to make it not be miserable the whole time. So that was why after this last one, I'm just like, I need some time to figure shit out.
And you should. You got to take time. Like there's too many people that rush from relationship to relationship because they're lonely. Like I am not a serial dater. I have dated probably 4 or 5 women only since I got out of high school.
Oh, wow.
Like
I used to be a serial dater. I used to be.
I don't want to. Like, if you were to go look at my relationship status, this is just stupid, but it works. Go look at how many times people change their relationship status on social media.
Yeah.
It's so simplistic, but also at the same time, it's like you're making a commitment to somebody else where you're acknowledging them to the world again.
Right.
Like somebody else. Last month, you were with this person.
Right.
Now, this month, you're with this person, and you want us to know about it.
Right.
Why? Because next month, you're going to be with somebody else.
Right.
Like, this is fucking stupid.
Right.
Like, that is a casual person.
Right.
Like, that's not your fucking forever relationship. So I'm not telling anybody about you.
Yeah, exactly.
I've always said, like, I'm good at some things that are casual because I don't have to catch feelings.
Right.
But if I like you,
Right. then
I'm invested. I am the worst guy ever to do anything casual with. Because if you tell me, I don't even know. Like, it could be just some random girl in Nashville. If it was where, hey, when you come to town, I want to go out, I want to get drinks. If we hook up, we hook up.
Right.
This is just a casual thing to me. What you
I'm
do when
very
you're
honest when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, when you go home, you go home. If you meet somebody, just tell me.
Right.
If you lay out the guidelines to me,
Right.
I am sticking to the
those
fucking guidelines.
Yep.
I will not get attached.
Right.
Because I don't take it serious.
Right. But you have people out there that are like, "Oh my gosh," and you're amazing, and they don't put out the guidelines, you know. So I always feel like, well, if you're not going to put out the guidelines, then I'm going to put out the guidelines. And then you're like, so for instance, I had somebody that I really liked for a while. This was like last year, and I was like, "Hey, you know, I'd like this to really be something, but I'm not sure where I'm at. I'm not sure where you're at." And they were like, "Well, let's just let it be what it is." And then I got my feelings hurt because I wanted a little bit more than that person wanted. So
Yeah, I won't get my feelings hurt again. I got them hurt not too long ago, but it was my fault.
yeah,
It was 100% my fault. There was no guidelines put out there. There was no what either person wanted. It was me reading in too much into a situation.
yeah,
And now it's just like, I'm not reading into shit no more. Like, you're going to tell me some shit, right? Like, you're going to tell me that you're interested in me.
but that's the thing. People have to have honest communication, and a lot of people don't know how to do that.
See, I'm overly honest is the bad thing.
I am too.
I am.
But that was my fault in the last thing that I liked because I was thinking that they didn't want anything, so I was trying to make it open so that, you know, I don't know. It was weird. Won't do that again.
See, I'm such a helpless romantic though. I can't ever stop. Like, it's where I'm not going to stop giving people chances. I just know what box to put them in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about, like, there's, in all honesty, like, I'm cool with in a week's time, let's just say a week, that if 5 different women approach me or I approach them, taking a chance of getting to know any of them if I don't feel like some chemistry or feel a spark with any of them.
Oh, I have to feel some. I have
Yeah,
to be
I got-
attracted. I gotta
yeah,
lick
it's got
smell
to be
your pheromones and stuff like
it's
that. Like, I gotta know I like you.
It's got to be something.
Yeah.
to get my attention and keep my attention.
Right.
But see, that's what's bad is when you get my attention and keep it, I'm so focused.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's part of my ADD or whatever, or some of my mental health shit anyway, is I'm oblivious to everything in the world except what I care about. And what I care about, I'm hyper focused on.
Me too. I'm the same way. Like, if I'm talking to you, you're the only one I'm talking to. I'm not out here talking to multiple people all the time, stuff like that. I'm not that type of person. I'm like, if I like you, you're going to know I like you, and you're going to know because I'm going to text you every day. Like, I'm a huge person. Like, I don't talk to anybody every single day. But if I like you and I'm talking to you all the time, every day, that's a sign.
Yeah, might have been a country music singer or just a singer in general not long ago that got my attention last year at some point in time. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I'm enjoying this. And then I was just like, oh, nope, I'm a burden. Yeah. I'm a burden. I'm an aggravation.
Yeah.
And now every once in a while, every blue moon, I'll get a good drunk in me. A good drunk.
I hate those nights.
and I'll send one text message. I mean, I try to be funny, sweet at the same time, but also like I usually.
Not me. I'm usually like, hey, how are you doing? Here's my boobs.
Fuck, no, I'm not ever doing that shit. I'll honestly do something like, hey, this is my monthly drunk text to you. I know you're just gonna go back to ignoring me after this. But just know I'm thinking about you, and I really think the world of you. And then I keep moving forward. Don't say anything else. Don't check to see if they read it or anything like I just ignore the situation.
Yeah.
But it's also, too, I used to get, I shouldn't say mad. I used to get frustrated when I would catch feelings for somebody, but they didn't.
I don't, because I'm like, I'm just not their cup of tea.
Yeah, but now, but I used to. I'm telling you. I used to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Does she not realize I'm a good man?
Right.
Like, she's going to sit here and she's going to mess with these guys that's going to treat her like a...
Never, ever tell a woman that you're a good man, though. Because...
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
Every time... And I'm not saying you do, but I'm just telling your listeners. If you have to tell a woman that you're a good man, that's a red flag to me.
But yeah, but okay, but hold on.
And that's just like a woman saying she's a good woman. Like...
Yeah, but
just
sometimes
be yourself.
And speaking for all men that are listening to this, that have ever been fucked over by a woman who says that all she wants is a good man, and then she dates somebody or goes after somebody that's going to treat her like a piece of ass.
What do you think us women feel like when the same thing happens to us too? Like with a man, they go for the bitchy ones, like the bitchiest fucking bitches they could ever find.
See, I like a mean woman.
And you're over here in the corner, like I totally understand it. I'm a good-hearted bitch. Like I'm a good-hearted person.
At some point in time, you're supposed to get to a certain age. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Like I've said it to you. I've said it to everybody. I like a mean fucking woman. It turns me on. It gets my blood going. Yeah. I don't know if I like a little bit of the arguments. I don't know what I like about it. I just don't like it when you're super fucking nice. Until I've been around women that are genuinely fucking nice. Like, we'll just say Reagan.
Yeah.
Reagan is a sweet baby angel, went straight from heaven.
Yeah, and she's single too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that don't make no sense either.
No.
Dustin. Fucking moron. Act right, bitch. Anyway. But yeah, like, that... I would rather have that. I'd rather.
Understand it.
Yeah, but see, like, I used to like the mean woman because she'd put you in your place. But I've seen women now that are nice and can put you in your place.
Yeah.
I didn't know that existed.
Yes.
I can't be with anybody that allows me to have an inch, but I take a mile. I need somebody that they see me overstep that bounds. They put me in my place, but they do it in a nice way. Right. They do it in the right way. They don't do it as if
they're not bitching
and fussing and just going ape shit on me or sending stupid fucking text messages or calling nonstop.
Right.
Like, I can't handle that.
No, I can't either.
But a woman that says, look, you fucked up. We're not doing that again. This is why it hurt my feelings.
Right.
I don't want you to do it again because I want to be with you.
Right.
And explains to me what I did wrong.
Right.
Because the first time, I used to tell Gracie's mom this, and this is going to make every woman that's listening to me pissed. When we were young, I was not the best man.
Right.
From like age 20 to 24 till we had Gracie. I was a young, stupid ass man. Was not always faithful. I was not a good dude. But I used to get accused all the time of cheating when I wasn't.
Right.
Now, there were times when I was young that I did.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I did not. And I used to tell her mother all the time, well, fuck it. If you're going to accuse me of something, I might as well do it.
Right.
If I'm going to get bitched at all the time for doing it, I might as well go get my fucking rocks off at the same time.
Right.
I might as well be able to enjoy my life
Right.
on this side of the fence if I'm going to get bitched at on this side.
Right.
And, you know, that's why I think bitching at your husband, boyfriend, or your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, I think it's stupid.
It is.
It gives them a reason to do the thing that you're bitching at them at, if you're hard-headed like me.
Right. And I can remember back in the day when I was younger, I was that bitch that would bitch at you about stuff. But when I did it, I always had a reason because somebody was sending dick pics to other girls or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it would give me a reason to think that they were cheating on me. And to me, sending your dick pic when you're married to somebody
That's fucked
is
up.
cheating. So
That's cheating.
That's
Oh, yeah. I will. This, God, I am more worried about emotional cheating than physical cheating.
me too.
Because I'll be the first one to tell you.
That's going to hurt me worse.
Yeah.
than
I
actually
can.
just a slip of a dick. But I mean,
Yeah, I can
think
physically fuck you
Right.
and not have any
Any
feeling
feelings.
about it whatsoever. I can be numb to it.
Yep.
To be honest, it's just something.
Yeah,
it's
you
an-
get used
it's
to
an
getting-
endorphin fix for me. It's okay. We had sex, good game, slap you on the ass, give you some Uber fare, get the fuck out.
welcome to OnlyFans. That's what happens. That's
Yes,
work.
I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I understand.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing to me
Right.
for that. But now an emotional connection, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
That shit hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see two people falling for each other or caring about each other. Yeah, that one hurts.
That one hurts right in the heart.
That one hurts. The nudes and stuff. I mean, what's sad is the world we live in now, it's almost normal.
Right.
Like, I tried the dating apps and shit for a little while.
I know, you convinced me to get on it.
I hate them. Because one of the things that I have to say to somebody or had to say to people was, hey, add me on Snapchat. And I would tell them to add me on Snapchat, and they automatically think it's a red flag because people have just made that to where it's a fucking red flag.
Right.
I'm not giving you my number until I know you.
Right. Oh, I don't. I'm like, you can message me through here.
Yeah, like, I don't check. I didn't never check Tinder worth the fuck
don't
anyway.
either,
Like, I don't.
honestly.
Like, I don't even remember that I have it sometimes. I mainly started it, to be real with you, because I was bored, and I would put the stuff about the rest of my social media stuff on there because I was like, this is great. Whenever I go somewhere, like, doesn't matter where I go, it's these people that are matching with me, these women, like, they're going to look on there and they're going to add my Instagram. They're going to add my TikTok.
Right.
They're going to add Facebook. Like, they're
How'd
going to
that
add
work
all
for
these
you? Did
things,
it
and I
work?
don't even have to put any work in. Like, they're going to look my stuff up.
Did that work out for you? Did you get more following from that?
Yeah.
Man, I got to put mine on there.
Yeah, it did well. Then you got people going to download the show without you having to advertise for it because they want to hear what you're about or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked. But I would tell them to add my Snapchat because I'm not giving you my number.
Right.
And they were like, I'm not sending you nudes. I was like, I didn't fucking ask you to.
Right.
Like, I don't want you calling me if you're a psycho.
Right.
Like, I can block you, yes. I mean, to where you can't call, but then you can go get somebody else's phone or whatever because you have my number.
Right.
And you can call me.
I never give my phone number out.
I
The only one
I
out
don't
of our
like giving
friend
it out.
group that has my phone number is you, Reagan.
Nobody else has it.
I don't give my phone number out.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I'm like, they can get a hold of me through social media.
Well, it took me forever to even figure out what your name was.
It's
And-
Gypsy.
Yeah, it's Gypsy. I know I would never say it on here, but it took me forever. And you slipped. That's the only reason I know it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but I like that you're a private person. I'm very private.
There's only certain things that I'm very private. Anything to do with family
Yeah.
and security, safety for myself.
Yeah. Well, would you traveling around? I don't blame you at all for that shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't want nobody messing with my family.
No.
Mess with my family, man. I'll go to jail.
See, I don't have those luxuries. Being stationary here, everybody knows us.
Yeah.
Everybody. And, I mean, it's got its upsides. It's got its downsides. But I live
Being
in
able to get mail would be an upside.
But I see, like, this community here, though.
I love this little town. I
Like,
really do.
Last weekend, we had a Bible reading marathon on the lawn and even at the courthouse lawn.
Yeah.
And even though a storm came, they still kept doing it.
Yeah.
Like when you pull into the elementary school, I saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
They're advertising for a vacation Bible school for the kids. Like you're not getting that shit nowhere else. I love there's downsides to being from here. There's nothing fucking here.
Yeah, but I like it.
But
it's calm.
But yeah, like you're never gonna have the bullshit of everywhere else.
Right.
I mean, it's just your kid's gonna be safe.
Yeah.
And if somebody fucks up here,
Yeah.
oh, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like like if you let even like let's say the jail up here, you let somebody walk in that jail that has harmed a kid or something like that, they're
Don't last
probably
long.
not walking out.
Yeah.
I like that about where I'm from.
Yeah. I do love this little town. I'd like to get a little house here.
Well, I'm originally from the town over. But when I was young, like 18 to probably 20, 21, I was a shit person.
Yeah.
Really,
Me too.
really
I think
shit
we
person.
all were. I mean, that's when we learned
And-
shit.
And even to this day, you're talking about like fucking almost 18 years later.
Yeah.
There are people still there
Oh, yeah.
that hold my mistakes against me.
Oh, trust me. I know that one.
Yeah.
Go back to my hometown.
I don't even know why I got pissed off about this earlier. I was taking a bubble bath like I always do to get my day started. And I was just relaxing. And I was thinking, I think I saw something on somebody's Facebook or whatever. And it was just like, I don't get invited to Thanksgivings.
Oh, I don't.
I don't
either.
get invited to Christmases.
Yeah.
I don't get invited to a lot of shit
Yeah.
with that side of my family
Yeah.
anymore.
Trust me, I'm not close. That's why I love going to Maine because I see my kids, but I hate going to Maine because of all the bullshit. Because people can't realize that people grow and get larger in life.
The trash is here.
Hello, beautiful.
I don't know what she thinks she's shaking. What shakes? That sounded like a trash bag in the wind. It sounds like a trash bag in the wind. Just get that one.
She's shaking her back crack.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, this is Macy Nicole, and this is the sound of me shaking my butt.
God, I wish you'd fart on accident right now. They're not going to hear that. Some black girl that's going to listen to shows like, I could have just made that shit thunderclap. And you're like, that was a gust of wind.
I could make mine clap, but I'd have to take off my pants in front of Josh, so I'll keep
You
him
act
on
like
warm.
I didn't fucking see Don King's bush on you last September.
Love my
You might as well
bush.
just pull that mic up. After you go piss first and then come
There's
back.
another bathroom.
Yeah, it's all the way back. But like, yeah, I got tired of living there, and it was where I needed a change.
Yeah.
And I moved to Valdosta for a little while to go to a little bit bigger city. Then I moved to Macon and ended up back here because of Gracie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't do this. I can't do where I'm from.
Yeah.
Even when I go there now, it's two different kinds of people. And this is kind of where we was even going to start the topic today anyway. But it was where people don't want to see you succeed where I'm from.
No.
They don't. They want to see you fail.
Yep, that's what
People in your hometown want to see you fail.
Yes, exactly. They do.
It's either they're your biggest supporter and they love you, or they want to see you fail.
I think I have like two people that are loving what I'm doing and loving my life, and then everybody else is just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I mean, I got some friends that are there. I got a best friend I grew up with named Cody Wiggins. Now he supports every single thing I do.
That's awesome.
And I got some buddies that are like in the distance that I'm sure they root for me,
yeah,
but they don't come to shows.
yeah,
You know, I don't get mad. I used to get pissed. Now I used to get fucking livid
yeah,
that some folks didn't come to my shows.
Yeah.
And we're being right up the road. But then you're like, okay, they got friends.
Yeah.
I mean, they got family and shit. They got
Right.
stuff going on. They can't.
right,
But then it goes from, okay, we didn't come to the first ones, but you haven't been to any of them. But then the second that somebody comes to town or somebody you want to meet or something like that, oh, you gonna hit me up.
Oh yeah. Fuck
And then it's like, oh no, you can go fuck yourself now.
Yeah.
Like
Fuck them people.
if you're not gonna come support me, you ain't getting shit from me either.
Right. Exactly.
And it's not even like I wouldn't even if one of my real close friends would have asked me like, hey, can I come to one of the shows or whatever, or you know, do you mind if me and so come? I'd be like, okay. Even though the tickets wouldn't cost fucking $10, I'd still give them one. I give them a
Right.
wristband.
Exactly.
Or anything like that, or anything that I do. Or I would take them to Nashville with us, or to the beach, or whatever we go do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't care for that shit anymore.
Yeah. I hate people.
And
a
then,
lot of people.
and then I get called. that I'm better than everybody else. And it's like
I've
not.
had that comment too.
And it's like I'm not
weird.
better than anybody else. I'm just not fucking jealous
Right.
of anybody.
Right.
I love it when people at home that I don't talk to on a normal basis anyway, they're like, oh, you just think you're better than everybody now. You don't talk to anybody anymore. I'm like, bitch, I didn't talk to you before. What are you talking about?
Right. And when's the last time you reached out to me other than bitching at me?
I say
So,
hey
yeah.
to you at Walmart. That's that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you say hey first.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, hey, nice to see you. Can't wait to move.
Oh shit! What was the question that they asked you last night that we were going to talk about?
Oh, they were asking, what is the difference between supporting a friend and being jealous of a friend? Like that's succeeding.
Yeah, that's where I was trying to explain it to you last night. I just can't answer it. I mean, I know what the difference is, but I'm just not jealous of any of us.
No, I'm not either. I'm always like, hell yeah. I mean, I came down here because I heard you were singing, and I was like, that's my girl.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
So I was like, everybody's like, oh, Macy's going to play. And he was telling me that too. And I was like, oh, well, I haven't seen her actually sing yet
Yeah,
on
you
stage.
haven't.
So I'm like, I got to go see her because I missed it in Nashville. So.
Oh, my God. Now I'm going to be up there nervous. I'm going to be like, okay, Gypsy has to see the best thing I've ever
Everybody
done.
says you're amazing. So I'm excited.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
But
Well,
not
I mean,
like-
I've heard her sing in the shower, and I've heard her singing through the hotel, stuff like that, you know?
I have to
But I've
explain
never
this
seen
every
her
time.
perform, I guess.
I have to explain this every time because the way she looks at me.
Every time.
Like, because I guess she thinks that I thought she was just going to get there and suck. It was just like, I thought that she was going to be good, but I didn't think, it takes a while to get stage presence.
Yeah.
It takes a while to understand exactly what you're doing, how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Yo, my mom's here, by the way.
Yes.
She's my
I
biggest
love your
supporter.
mama.
Mom's on the next episode, by the way, in just a few minutes. But she just already had it together.
Yeah.
She already had it together. And that's
So-
what I was just kind of shocked by.
I'll say this, and I'm probably definitely gonna out myself right now, but I am way more nervous when I'm not standing beside
David.
David.
Oh, God. Bitch gets somebody's name tattooed on her arm. Next thing you know, she's just not nervous around
I'm
him no
for real.
more.
I'm for real. I just I even, I did that show and I told you I was so much less comfortable at that show. And my mindset the whole time was like, okay, it's me up here. I'm responsible for me up here. It's just me. And it's kind of a fearful feeling almost. But, and that's not to say that me on stage beside David is not me. But it's kind of like I can look over and I ground. And I'm like,
Right. You're
we're
comforted.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands
That's
that
a
are
good
there's a,
thing.
there's a no, I shouldn't say bands. There's a lot of people that have been together in music, whether they've been together in real life or not. It just vibes for them.
Yeah, we work together
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah. Look at Allison Krauss and Union Station.
Right.
Like, look at stuff like some people just compliment each other, and it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Y'all,
clicks.
y'all are weird from the outside looking in because it makes sense.
Yeah, we are weird.
Yeah.
Right? We got off stage and Reagan was like, "Okay, that was a little too much.
Yeah.
That was tense. We didn't need to see all that." And I was like, "What? I was singing." She's like, "Yeah, but y'all were also
Yeah,
eye-fucking
yeah,
on
you were
stage."
eye fucking.
And I was like, "No,
Eye-fucking?
truly, we were just singing together." And she's like, "No, I'll show you the video."
No, I know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot for us. Like, we're all having to deal with it at the same time.
It's just because we're all friends and it's like, what?
It's like, why are they doing that?
oh, I can't wait to see it then tonight.
yeah, it's something. It sure is
It's weird.
something.
It's a lot.
Am I feel uncomfortable? Am I going to have to be like.
You're not gonna feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, Gypsy,
You're good.
Yeah, you don't make it. You make us.
I don't think I've ever been
you're the only.
uncomfortable.
You make me uncomfortable.
I think I've been better lately.
You have been.
Yeah, I think you just got used to me. I don't
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it is. We just get used to you.
Yeah.
Well, you're not even as bad as Tawny.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Tawny's
to
the
meet Tawny.
fucking worst. Tawny has the ability because I love her to death. I do anything for her. She's not like us. She ain't been around as long as everybody else.
She just doesn't know how we operate.
Tawny will look at you, like look at me in the eyes, and then say some shit, and it's just like, all right, what do I say now? All right,
Just no words.
I don't know.
Stunned.
I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my mouth.
It's almost like she doesn't give you an option. So you're like, you come across the way you come across.
Right.
You're Gypsy,
Yeah.
and then you're like, haha, we're
Yeah.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she's very like
Yeah,
staring you down right after she
Tawny-
says something weird.
I'm like, am
Like,
I supposed to fucking do something?
what do you
now?
want me to say?
Like, I feel like I'm getting bullied into it sometimes. It's like, I will. You know, what's going on
Do you
here?
really want me to?
I know she does it, but it just be like, you're aggressive. But she gets
making me
paid for that on her OnlyFans. Though. Like, that's what she was saying on the show I did with
I
her
know,
and Sarah.
I heard that, and I was like, damn.
She
I
gets
need her
paid to
to
abuse the. I don't know. It's almost like me with the show. I cannot turn off not having a filter. So like, it doesn't matter where I'm at now. If I think it, I say it without even second guessing myself.
Same.
And I'm getting worse about it, but it makes me better at this.
Yeah,
So like, as soon as something comes to my head, I don't sit here and think, should I say this?
it just comes out.
It just comes on out. But that's happening in my everyday life now. And I have stuck my foot in my fucking mouth with people a lot in the past couple months.
I remember that couple of them.
Yeah, I've done it real well. And I think that's probably like with her OnlyFans or anybody that does that dominating shit. Like, you're so used to it. You're just probably like,
I mean, I
all right,
want
now,
more of
bitch
those
boy.
men on mine. I want to
Jesus
tell
Christ.
them they're a bitch boy, and I don't like that stuff.
So I got offered. We talked about this. Reed and I talked about, or Reed and I and Reagan. Actually, Reagan was funny as shit about that one. I got offered to get paid by a guy who wanted to be a little bitch boy.
I love those. Those are my favorite. I like it when they send me pictures of them in their dresses and stuff like that, and then I get to call them a fucking sissy bitch. Fucking
So,
love it.
well, that's when I figured out I'm not cut out. I'm just not.
Send them my
'Cause I
way.
was so uncomfortable. I will actually, because he wants that so badly. Like
Yeah.
he still messages me to this day, and I'm like, look, I'm sorry. You know, I've thought about it, and I just can't because I'm just not there.
they didn't offer you enough money, is what you're saying.
No, he never gave me a price because I mean, I was like, okay, what would you want? And he told me, and then I was like, okay, I don't think I want to do that.
Oh, I would totally do it.
He,
And I'd put my heels on and like pretend like he was. Oh, I have a doll and everything that I pretend that they're them.
see, dream team right here.
Y'all wait till I start mine. I'm starting one next week.
Oh, I have a mannequin thing. Did I tell you about
I'm
my
so glad
doll I
you did
have?
that.
It's like this man doll.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it has
You
a
beat it
butthole.
up?
I love fucking abusing the shit out of that asshole.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's fun.
10.
Yeah.
I haven't had to say that in a while. So I came up. I had to run it past. Like I sent it to Macy and Reagan, but I wanted to talk to Tawny and Sarah first because they're the ones that kind of were when I did the show with them. They were like, I don't know why the fuck you don't do one.
Right,
Yeah, do one.
And they were like, you ain't got to be nude
right.
or whatever. I was like, I'm not fucking
Show
doing
your
this.
feet.
I don't want to be sexy. Like I don't want to be.
I'm goofy as fuck.
Well, see,
online.
that's what I was like. I was thinking to myself. I was like, I'll come up with something. I
did the
and
whole bleaching my asshole thing that time when we were in Panama. Remember when we were in Panama
yeah,
City?
Man, that
I
made
was
Reed
shit
so uncomfortable.
Are
He
you
was
wait?
so
I'm gonna
scared.
make fun of the OnlyFans girls.
That's fine.
Like
On OnlyFans.
I'm gonna make I'm gonna do photo shoots and shit
Yeah.
to where there's no nudity, but like one of the first ones I've got set up is like I'm gonna be Rip from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
But
Oh my
it's
God, I'm
but
gonna
it's gonna
miss
be
that.
like with jorts on,
Yeah.
a really tacky vest,
Yeah.
like a glittery cowboy hat, and I'm gonna be on like a rocking horse
There you go.
with like ass cheeks hanging out.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you,
Do it.
Perfect.
it's gonna be a lot of funny shit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
so
that's who you are, and that's
Yeah.
what they OnlyFans. That's what they want to see.
yeah, see, and that's what I figured out. So when I first started my OnlyFans, I very much was like, okay, I just have to have these racy photos, and I
Yeah.
have to have this like, you know, these encounters and these photos, and it has to be a certain way. And I was already so uncomfortable with, because you remember me telling you, like, I had the private snap, and I was
Yeah.
getting so uncomfortable with the private snap.
Saw
I
your
don't.
ass.
I don't like that.
She has the highest ass crack of
Yeah,
all time.
so
It
Josh
goes to
made
the
a
back
hole.
of her neck.
So I asked,
Her fucking ass crack looks like I-75.
Josh made a graphic of
I still have it.
it was like a bubble butt where the butt crack was way up high, and it was my face on it. It's pretty freaking funny. But the way that happened was because I had private snap, I accidentally put.
You have, goddamn, you have no ass either.
Mom, don't pull your pants down.
Pull them all the way down.
There's no camera.
There's no
on.
camera.
I don't have it on. That's funny. I know where she gets it.
Yeah, that's where I get
where
it.
she gets it.
So, yeah, I accidentally posted my butt on my Snapchat story, like my public story. And Josh calls me and he was like, he couldn't talk. He was just cracking
I
up.
was
And he was like, bitch.
laughing.
He's like, ha ha ha, bitch, ha ha ha, bitch, you're fuck, bitch, ha ha ha, damn it, Macy, your ass, Snapchat. Oh my God. Like he couldn't talk because my ass was on Snapchat. But so I was just getting really uncomfortable with the private snap because I was doing what I thought I was supposed to. And so then when I started my OnlyFans, I was like, I'm going to do what I want. And then it still was really easy to be like, this is what I feel like people might expect from me. And I was unhappy with it. When I started doing whatever I wanted, there's such a difference in my photos.
And they can see it too.
Yeah, because
Your
now
guys will
now
point
the
your shit
comments
out.
that I get, they're like, you are glowing, you look beautiful, you look incredible.
I'm gonna be
and I'm
glowing.
not worried about my OnlyFans because I'm really happy with all those photos, you know?
Right.
None of them like are something I don't want to do. They're really OnlyFans can be whatever the hell you want it to. I told Lauren she needed to start one called Only Pans and just cook in an apron.
Oh, you're talking about your little friend?
Only Pans with Lauren.
She's kind of sneaky sexy.
She's hot.
She's kind of sneaky sexy.
She's got a rack. She's gonna be
you
mad
can
at me
tell-
if she listens.
Oh
to
yeah,
this.
you can tell she's got nice tits.
She does.
Yeah.
She was in my bed last night.
I didn't drink enough in making, but I almost did.
Ooh-wee,
I
man.
saw myself slap her on the ass a couple times.
She kept being like, Josh, she goes, just can you tell me if this is normal? Josh slapped my butt and then kissed me on the forehead, and I was like, oh yeah, you're part of the family now.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I did.
That was his initiation.
Oh, you want to hear something funny about that night?
Oh God.
I can't tell all the stories from that night, but I had a white shirt on
Yeah.
that night or whatever, and one of the girls that kept dancing with me all night,
Yep.
one of our friends or whatever,
Had a lot of makeup on.
she had a red skirt on.
Oh.
So like the next day, I get up and like I'm like finna wash my clothes or whatever, and I bought that shirt that day.
Yeah.
Because I'd messed up another one, so I went to Dick's and bought one, and literally, it was faded pink, like all on like the front of it or whatever.
Damn, she was grinding on
and
that
I was
thing.
like, "What the fuck? Like, what
was-
did I do?"
that was that soft toss in the washing machine.
Yeah, and I was like, "Ah," and then I remembered it hit me. It hit me like that. I was like, "That's from that bitch grinding all night."
She was on a spin cycle, just
Oh, she was on a spin cycle. Good times.
yeah. Don't tell all the stories.
Yeah, I
from that
won't.
night.
I hadn't told Gypsy. I'll tell her when we get off here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought we were on a dry
It
spell.
was such a good story.
It wasn't that there. Something was heating up.
That was funny to me.
But yeah, I had a good time. I don't know what the fuck we was talking about now. Oh, we didn't.
You starting OnlyFans is what you started with.
I know, but me and Gypsy were talking about.
I'm sorry, I came in and
I
fucked
know
it
you
all
fucked
up.
everything
I'm
up.
So sorry.
I knew you were going to. You're gonna make it about you.
Yeah, amen.
You're real good about that.
Thank
No,
you.
about the friends thing, about not rooting for them and being jealous of them or whatever.
Yeah, like what's the difference? I think somebody was trying to say like how do
I
you
can
know-
tell. I can tell we've got. I don't want to say they're friends. I can tell there's people that are around us. Some that are jealous of certain people with us.
I have definitely noticed, not necessarily in our friend group, but I've seen it. Like when people are really, really nice to people's faces, and then behind their back, they're assholes.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mix well with me. Like if I notice that you're fucking jealous over a successful person, I'm not going to hang out with you.
Yeah.
You're not going to sit at my table.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do that to them, you're going to do that to me.
Right.
Because you're portraying yourself as being such a nice person to their face, and then the other way, and then behind their back. And I don't like that.
Yeah. We definitely have them around us.
Yeah. So,
See, it's easy to see. They just think we're too stupid to see it.
exactly. So I'm still getting text messages from the person who I absolutely refuse to communicate with because a good friend is going to tell you whenever somebody that you like is talking shit about you.
Yeah.
And so that's what I got. I got the, hey, I'm not trying to cause drama, and I really don't want it to go back and be said that I said this, but I just, do it with this what you will. And it was someone who has been to the point of like getting connections for me to book shows and stuff, like that kind of person. Like, I just want to support you. I'm so proud of you. Da, 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 da. That same person was going back and making up complete stories about me and like saying horrible, ugly things about me, pushing friends away from me, and it's still in my phone right now because I have not explained myself, and I won't because you ought to know why I will not speak to you.
Right, exactly.
But they're all
Really?
anonymous. Oh yeah. I just didn't want to add fuel to your fire, but yeah.
This is somebody I know?
Yeah.
You can tell me after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's staring at each
Yeah.
other is intense right now, guys.
Well, it's...
They're like, you know.
Well, no,
Who do you
it's
know?
just...
Who is it?
Fuck it, I don't really care. But, like, I found out that there's more... Like, Lee used to tell me this all the time. Lee and Dustin used to tell me I was going to learn about Nashville the hard way. Because I love people so much, and I think that they're got the same intentions that I got.
Right. That's exactly what it is. You think everybody has the same heart that you have.
Yeah.
It's not true.
And you figure out they don't.
Yeah.
And I'm good at about just blocking it off and not saying nothing and just letting it be.
Yeah.
But then you see. Like, and then when you start seeing, it makes you feel kind of stupid. Like, why did I even invest?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, even any time or effort
Yeah.
into these people. But what's good is the people that are real, especially there. They see you still not like making an ass out of yourself to those folks, whatever, and they actually build a stronger bond with you.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never thought that I'd be as close as I am with Burrell and Nikki from Raised Rowdy. And now they have me doing stuff with them and going places with them and inviting me to shit. And it's just like, okay, well, I've been good to them, and I know that they'll be good to me.
Yeah.
But other folks, it's like, I've kind of threw you some bones. Where's my bone?
Right.
Right. And it's not even that you do it expecting somebody
No,
to give
exactly
anything
not.
back. It's truly just that you're like, this relationship and this friendship is exciting for me. That's when I feel stupid because I will get so excited to have a new friend and to like, you know, enjoy this person, feel like I have things in common with this person. I'll get so excited about this new friendship. And then there's mutual support, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm still pouring into you because that's the kind of person I am, but you stopped pouring into me because you became friends with the girl who's a little popular on social media. I've seen a lot of that, and that shit sucks because like when I have to be like, okay, now I have to step back from this because I see it's not good for me, but I know that person is going to turn it around and I'm just going to be a bitch.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but fuck them.
Right. Yeah,
I mean-
that's the thing I still have an issue with.
I just don't even. I'm not popular enough, so I don't even like that. Doesn't even cross my mind. Like, and I don't like. I'm so all over the place in the country that I'll text you once in a while, or I'll message you on Instagram once in a while. But I've never been that type of person that is an everyday texter.
Me neither.
But if you know you're my friend, you know you're my friend.
Oh, 100%. I know you have my back all day, every day. Yeah.
And it's
Well,
just
that's
like,
what it's
how it
supposed-
should be.
That's
like,
what it's supposed to
you
fucking
know
be.
I am. Yeah. Who I am. You know I love you. If I ever had a problem with anybody in this family, I would be like, hey, can we sit down and talk for a
Let's
minute?
talk this out. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the normal thing
Yeah.
to do. But whenever it's somebody who just does not switch up at all in front of your face and then goes to people who you ought to know that the person you're talking shit to about me is going to tell me.
Yeah.
Like, I've known them longer than you.
Right.
You dummy.
I think I'm the only one of us that is cold enough just to cut somebody off. I think everybody else is adults. And
It depends
talk
on what
out.
it is. It depends. I would cut somebody off too without.
I'm saying, like, I think that y'all give people probably the benefit of the doubt. I don't. Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
waiting on people to fuck me over.
Oh, no, I'm totally surprised when someone fucks me over because I'm so naive. And I've said that 1,000 times. It's not that I'm naive and I don't know it. I know I'm naive, and I jump headfirst into somebody who excites me with like friendship or, you know, acting like they care or support me. I get so excited, and then later I'm like, oh.
See, I don't think anybody cares until they actually prove to me that they care.
So
Isn't
that's
that
how
weird?
that I say it all the time. I treat everyone like they're going to fuck me over until you prove to me that you're not going to.
I don't
You
feel like
have-
they're gonna fuck me over. I just don't feel like they actually care
Well,
until they
that
prove
you're going to
they
hurt
care.
me. I prepare for everyone to hurt me.
Right. Like today, just you saying, "Be careful of the weather." I was like, "That was so fucking nice."
He loves me.
But it just meant that you cared. And
Yeah.
like to me, I haven't had somebody that said something nice like "be careful" or whatever in so long. Like my family doesn't even say that shit.
Because I care about y'all fuckers.
I know, but I appreciate it. I wanted you to know I appreciate it. Like that to me was a big deal. I'm like, that's a true friend.
If
That's
y'all
what a true
knew,
friend
if y'all
does.
knew how cold I was to everyone else, even when I'm being a dick.
No, I've seen it. I've
y'all.
seen you because
I
I've
am-
introduced you to people, and you're very scary at first.
I'm cold.
He's a little intimidating.
I've got my feelings hurt by people so many times
Yeah.
that I never expected to hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
That it's just like, fuck it. I'm just going to treat you like you're going to hurt my feelings until otherwise. But the cool thing about that is once you prove to me you don't, God, we just got like the best fucking relationship.
Yeah, because we've already been through all these.
Yeah, it's like you've already went through the fucking rough road to get
Right.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not that we started off at the fucking mountain peak, because that's what a lot of people do. Like, it's the only place to go is down from there.
Right.
If you start off by like, no, you're going to have to prove to me you're more than just a pretty smile and a good attitude. Like, no, you got to prove to me you're going to be there before I go out of my way
Exactly.
for you. And then once you do that, I'm all about you. Now, I'll still be the one that gets fucking pissed off about you.
Yeah.
And more than likely, though, I'm going to say it to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless, like, it's something really bad, then I'm just probably not going to say nothing to you again.
Right.
I'll make sure I say something to one of our friends to where it gets back to you, to where you know not to fuck with me.
Well, it also depends too on how much you value that friendship, because if I were to say or do something that bothered you
Yeah.
because of where we are, I know full 100% you would come to me
Oh,
and
yeah.
be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
that wasn't cool, and here's why. Let's get past it." But if it's a friendship that is neither here nor there to you in the first place, you just kind of tolerate that person. You're gonna be like, "Fuck it, see y'all,
Yeah, well,
peace out."
some people are just friends of a friend.
Right.
And it's not that I dislike them people. It's just I don't know where I stand with you yet.
Well, yeah, and you're not gonna put your energy into something that you don't know or like that you don't have faith in yet.
Yeah.
And that's you. I mean, that's your personality. You're not throwing all your faith in. Now, me, you can introduce me to a new person today, and I'd be like, "You're
Oh, yeah.
Josh's friend, so you're my friend. I love you. I'm here for anything you need. Here's my phone number."
Oh, I'm
And
not
then-
like that at all.
No,
Yeah.
that is so me. I'm such a dumb doo-doo worm.
Yeah, I'm telling you though, like I've literally been shit on so many times by people I never expected to. And even since I've started this, between one uppity bitch that wanted to act conservative, that thought was going to be the next little congresswoman or whatever of the state of Georgia, she burnt that bridge with me because she's a fake bitch. And then another one who really helped me get the show started told some lies to start off with. I think we're good now, but like it's just like I would have done anything for you.
That's one thing I'm not understanding. Where is this? I don't know if it's because people just want to have something to say, but where does it come from to know someone, not to know them on such a personal level that you have genuinely legitimate good things to say about them, so you just make up something ugly to say?
Well,
I don't understand that.
Well, I figured this out literally on the way back from Nashville this week when me and Reagan were talking. I already kind of had it in my head, but I just started kind of putting some puzzle pieces together, talk more about it. But we are like a commodity
Yeah.
to these people. Whether they got a bigger following than us or less following than us or whatever, we've got something to offer because of what we're doing. We're not just trying to be on social media. Everybody knows that is around me how much I fucking hate having to post on social media,
Yeah.
but it's a necessary evil because I have to market the show. People know that about folks like me, and you.
Yeah.
And Gypsy, you got other stuff that you've got going on
I
too.
market my asshole.
Yeah, it's different, but it's the
Marketing.
same.
That's
Marketing. So like you find these folks
Sell it to me.
that they realize, what am I going to do when TikTok ends? What am I going to do when Instagram ends?
Right.
So I'm going to attach to these people. I'm going to do his show. I'm going to befriend him. But the second I don't see any value in that relationship anymore, I'm going to turn on them, and then that's going to be my content, or I'm just not going to say anything. The only person that has even spoke out like against me was somebody that can't be on social media right now, and we work that shit out like adults.
Right.
And I got nothing but respect for her, even though she's got a bad road ahead of her. I got nothing but respect for her because the way we handled it, because there was some misleading factors in between both of us. But other people, like, they won't. This one in particular, she hates my guts. I know she hates my guts. she won't say a fucking word to me or about me on social media because the second she does, she knows that I'm not a fucking keyboard gangster.
Right.
I'm nice compared to what I could be on there, and I will drag your ass. I'm a kamikaze pilot. I will fucking ruin myself to ruin you if I think that you are just doing it to be a bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Or a man either. Because those two dudes that were on my show that I regret ever having on that got accused of domestic violence and all this kind of stuff and got kind of deleted off social media. I said all the time what pieces of shit they are.
Right.
And I got tricked on that. But they used me to get on the show, and their following helped them get on the show to help build what they had going on.
Well, you know, one thing I think that you see within our group that you're not going to see from a lot of other people who are not really building a career outside of TikTok. And I'm careful when I say that because I got my start on TikTok, you know. So I'm careful when I say that because I'm not saying that TikTok is not valuable to me, because it is and has been and is the reason that I am where I am. However, I'm fully aware that TikTok is not going to last forever, and I'm building a career outside of TikTok, you know. But a lot of these TikTok creators who that is their personality and that is their, you know, stream of income, and that is just who they are. What you see that's such a differentiating factor between us and them is their social media feeds are them and them alone. And then you have all of us who, anytime we're together, we're all posting about how much we adore, support, and appreciate each other.
That's half of my shit for the past year.
Right, yeah, because we are truly a family, and nobody has to fail in this family for somebody else to succeed.
No, you don't have to blow out somebody else's candle to make yours
Exactly.
brighter.
And it's not even just us. People are too fucking stupid to understand. Like, there's a company in Nashville, and I guess they just don't realize that people are going to tell me this. But there's a company that does podcasts that have asked folks not to go back on my show, to not fuck with me.
Like musicians, or
Yeah, and some personalities. And let me say this right, because I don't want to misquote them. Not fuck with me, but if they were going to work with them and do stuff with them, they would rather they didn't. But the thing is, and this is why I think it's comical, is these people that are trying to do shows and stuff now, they're trying to run shit like a radio show. Mm-hmm. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They can do a hell of a radio show. Now, they got 30 years probably in radio. Mm-hmm. Sitting fucking radio.
right.
Anything that you're trying to do that's entertaining now, you have to have a personality for this.
100%.
Look, you two are 1,000 times better at social media than me. 100,000 times better than me. Anything that I've ever posted on social media that has trended or got a bunch of views or whatever has literally been a take from this show that I turned into a video.
Mm-hmm.
It has never been anything that I was like, oh, I'm going to create a TikTok.
Yeah.
It was me talking for a minute and coming up with something that's something I believe in or how I see the world or whatever. And that is what makes a good host of this kind of stuff.
Right, and that's what you're good at.
But I'm telling you, I get kind of pissy about it. But we don't do that shit to each other. I don't have to see any of y'all fail. You got toxic talk. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be on toxic talk. Not that I don't love you. It's just I don't want to do the toxic shit.
Disclaimer. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Josh hates that.
I don't like
shit.
that stuff.
I hate it too.
I'll be the person that's sitting there. I told you before. I think you got a really good thing going.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And you can do my show whenever the hell you want to.
Yeah, and
I just don't want to sit there and talk about negativity for a fucking hour.
yeah, and see, and that even that small thing where you're like, it's not me, but I support you. That a lot of people don't find that in a friend group. Right. You know, a lot of people are like, well, I don't like what she does, so.
And it's not that I don't like it.
You know,
it's just I don't want to do negative.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I want to find the positive in shit.
Yeah. And I mean, we do find the positive every now and then, but not a lot, really. We talk a lot of shit.
But you guys have fun on it.
It is so much fun.
So that's
It
what it's
is.
about.
We love talking
Y'all
shit.
got a really good thing going.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and even before I started the podcast, you know, like, I went to you and I was like, I'm going to start a podcast. Would you be willing to help me? And that was a two-way street. That was a number one, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Do you think I can do this? And then a number two, is this all right with you? I don't want to step on your toes. And when he was full support, I was like, okay, good. We're perfectly fine.
I've been in full support of any of y'all doing this.
Right.
I've told her she's an idiot because she's got the best gimmick of all of us.
Well, I was
I'm
telling you. I
I'm
think
telling
you
you.
told me you had some
I'll tell.
equipment for me.
I'll tell you right now. Gypsy's got the best gimmick of all of us.
Oh, 100%.
You traveling the country, being from place to place,
collecting
recording
stories.
and finding random ass people in
I
these
do that all the
towns you
time.
go to, even if it's a random ass homeless person like me and you talked about before.
I think I've had that conversation with you.
Yeah, that is.
I just don't know equipment to get. I think I told you, send me the list of shit I need.
I'll show you. I'll show you
I
why
don't
you're
know.
here.
I'm like Macy when she started out. I don't know what to do.
I
how to do
truly
it.
do. And I even it's been such a learning process because, you can't do but so much. It's just got to
Yeah.
be experienced. So Josh told me what to do, but even then I wasn't,
You still got to
I had to
fine-tune it.
learn. Yeah, I had to figure it out. And so just our last episode, somebody commented and was like, sound is so much better. This is great. Really enjoyed it. And there's so many people that are like, this one was the best one yet. And simply based off of the quality of it, because I've just learned a little more every time.
If you listen to about the first 4 shows of this,
Yeah.
it's trash. Content's great. Audio quality is trash.
Yeah.
And there are several along the way that it takes. I'm
Yeah.
I'm probably getting close to 400 now. But it's where you got to learn.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough that coming from radio, I knew some of the terminology. I knew what some of the stuff was supposed to be. I knew
Right.
what you were supposed to have. Knew how to edit already.
Yeah.
But like the rest of that shit, fuck no. Not having an engineer, you're learning on your own. That is
Right.
a bitch.
Yeah, I said that actually in our last one. I was like, to everyone who has, spoke to us about our quality and, how we have done things, I really want to point out one thing. You have a lot of big creators now who are starting podcasts, who are doing that because they're with agencies and management companies, and they have financial backing, and they have engineers, and they have somebody to do all the things that I'm having to YouTube, okay? I'm having to pull it up on YouTube and figure it out myself.
Right.
I haven't seen a single one that's going to work. There's one that I think can work. There's one that I've seen that I think can work. But it's 2 girls. It's that Whitney girl.
Oh my God. In my head, I was like, I wonder if he's talking about Kristen and Whitney.
It's that Whitney girl, and I can't even remember the blonde's name.
It's Kristen
What's her
and
name?
Whitney.
Okay.
Kristen.
I think they have got the potential because they're both. If somebody hasn't done a country version of Call Her Daddy yet, and they seem like the ones that could do the country version of Call Her Daddy, I think that one's got a really good chance.
They have a really good presence just because they don't ever seem to stray away from what they want to do. Like, you don't see them fitting in. Yeah. You really see them. It's like they're doing exactly what they want to do. They're not being swayed. I mean, I don't know them personally, but
I don't know either one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about them. I saw them on Bunny's show right after me and her talked for the first time, and I started following the dark-haired one, Whitney. And they seem like they get into shit too.
They do.
So yeah, I think with all that,
yeah.
But also too, I don't know the market for the young women's voice on podcasts.
I have no idea. The only thing I know is what seems to be really hardcore trending on TikTok right now, which has been difficult for me, is drama.
Ugh,
So if you have a story to tell, if you have, some situation to talk about or somebody to talk about, you're going to get more views, you're going to get more clicks, you're going to get more.
It's always been like that.
Well,
I was going to say it's always been like that.
Way worse now, though.
You tag toxic talk
Yeah.
or drama talk or whatever it is in your shit, automatic 5,000 views.
That's what I should do.
Every fucking thing.
I've been trying to be so organic, and I've got to get out of my head, but I hate hashtags because I just want it to
I wonder
go
if I could
where
start
it
drama
goes
with
for-
myself.
So I actually
Get
I
in my
told
fucking
somebody
head,
the
I
other
can.
day. Yeah.
All the time in my brain. If you
I
guys
told-
could only listen.
I said the other day, I was like, I will make scenarios up in my head, and then I'll wonder how I can turn that into a TikTok. But the reason I haven't done it is because when I realized that I needed drama, because my views were down. My views are low today, actually.
Mine's been
But
horrible for 2 months.
Yeah, mine
yeah,
have
they've
been
been
too.
so bad, but they were down. This was a couple months ago, or maybe a few months ago. And I made a TikTok joking, and I was like, all right, I guess y'all are not interested in me unless there's drama. So I guess, just waiting for the world to send me drama. Okay, manifestation is real because shit hit the fan after that. And I was just like, I was crying every day. I was having so many dramatic situations.
Mom, you might as well come get on this. We're not going to be able to do 2 episodes. So you might as well. Let's go ahead and come on.
Come on, Mommy. Well, you just talk when you want to.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's get over here. No, you can go back and take a nap.
She
if you
said,
want to,
can
if
I
you
just
don't wanna
take a
do this.
nap?
You can't be all up on me now because I ain't be able to move. You can be all up on me. if you
Well,
want
he's
to.
been talking about
You can
that.
be a bone.
That high ass crap. I tell you what, you keep cooking like you did last time I was in Nashville. You can fucking come sit over here anytime you want to.
I forgot the eggs.
For lunch tomorrow?
No, I'll be back here. I'm not staying with y'all all weekend.
I am.
Fine.
That's your loss.
I know, but
I
I've been
already got
gone.
invited.
I've been gone so much lately. I want to be home this weekend. Spend some time with Grace.
I'm gonna
David
go
said there
play
was a
and
pool.
Grace.
I don't. That's what he told me today. I haven't.
Yeah, he almost talked me into it a while
I do
ago.
need an address.
Well, there's a pool.
I want to see my child all weekend.
Bring Gracie to the pool.
I'm not going tonight, then coming back tomorrow. Yeah, no.
Oh, so you hate me. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. You can talk about it on the next Toxic Talk.
Yeah.
How Josh
Let me
turned
make
on,
a note.
How Josh turned on you.
Josh Terry, no longer a true friend.
That's
Writing it down.
That don't even sound right.
No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't.
If anything, I'll probably be your last one because I'll be like the one who just literally is hanging on and just like, I still believe in her. And
I still
everybody's like,
believe in
no,
her.
she's
She-
trash.
She sucks, but I still
She's
believe
fucking
in her.
horrible. How about, no, just give her a chance.
Speaking of she's trash, so I guess I have discovered that I put on more of like a shitty persona on social media than I thought. Cause like y'all know me and I'm, you know, normal and nice and such.
Well, I'm not
but
You are really
normal,
just
but-
making yourself at home,
well,
aren't you?
I went.
There's a couch back here if you want to go to sleep.
No, I like it right here.
There's been some weird shit in that
I
room,
don't
but it's
wanna
okay.
hear it,
Oh my god. Thank you. Yeah, no thanks.
Don't let that high ass crack get too close to you. I'll get pregnant.
So
Not me.
I recently
Oh, the parts.
I recently was told that people were told to watch out for me and make sure I didn't like try to fight and get rowdy and like get in trouble.
When?
and
You fight?
get drunk
What?
and
She has a mug shot.
what?
Oh
Because
my God.
okay, so first of all, it was because of my arrest record, which, for the record, okay, I wish I would have punched him in the face because then I would have had a good reason to be arrested. He said I punched him in the face. I didn't punch him in the face, but I have an arrest record. I'm now working on getting that expunged. Now that that has happened, but yeah, they vetted me, and I don't want to say because I don't want to like step on any toes, but they vetted me and then basically put the word out to make sure I didn't get too drunk, too rowdy, and try to fight and cause
Sheriff's
problems
Department.
to the sheriff's department.
What?
That's shitty.
So, but I mean, okay. Also, this speaks to my character as well because I ended up so 2 sheriffs were walking up to me, and I was like, "What county are we in?" Okay, I think I'm okay. I think I'm good. Because I'm always thinking about that situation, the domestic violence situation that I was in, and I'm always thinking about like if anything's going to come from it, or if I'm still dealing with it. We're 2 years later, and I've got a detective in my driveway last week talking about it. So they're walking up to me, and I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? And one of them's like, I follow you on social media. Can I take a photo with you? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I would love to. And he's like, if you need anything, let me know. And then it wasn't until the next day I was told that they were told to watch out for me. So I just was
Did they tell you who told them?
nice. I'll tell you.
Okay.
So I just was nice, and because I didn't know. So by the end of the day, one of those sheriffs actually had me in the Ranger, and it was because they were saying like you need to go out and you need to say hello to fans and sign some autographs and stuff. Which I signed my first autograph this last weekend. That was so freaking cool. And I didn't want to because I just wasn't comfortable. I get scared, and I also wasn't sure if my ex-boyfriend was there because he was
nothing
there
wrong with
last
that.
year. So I get scared. So I wasn't comfortable, and I ended up going over and being like, "Hey, I got to go that way, but if you would drive me, that'd be really cool because I'm actually pretty nervous." And he was so sweet and drove me around, and we talked for a while, and he started talking about him being in domestic violence investigations. And I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. I was in a domestic violence situation a couple years ago. I actually ended up getting arrested. Keep in mind, I had no idea they were told to look out for me. So he's like, really, what happened? And I said, well, I mean, I did go to jail, but it was because I had him put in jail for what he actually did to me. You know, put a gun to my head, stalked me, all that, broke into my house, and so he went to jail. And before I said anything, he goes, retaliation charges. Looking back on that situation, he was connecting the dots. I just thought he was like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, you know. But I was telling my story and speaking my truth without knowing that I needed to, which I think just speaks to me being a very open and transparent person. And so by the end of it, he was like, Macy's good, y'all. She's a sweetheart. Macy's awesome. And then he texted me the next day and was like, if you go out to the park, let me know, and I'll make sure somebody's watching out for you. And it ended up being perfectly fine. And obviously I didn't do anything because I'm not a jackass.
Right.
But yeah, I guess I seem on
leave that
social
stuff
media
up to me.
like a jackass.
I tend to get away with it, so just leave it up to me.
Yeah.
I definitely get away with it here, but now it's seeming like in Nashville for some reason I've got away with it lately, and I really wish I wouldn't have.
With like you talking about like just in person,
Being
or like
aggressive
on your
towards
show?
people.
Gonna catch up with you, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm never aggressive.
between
towards
throwing that
people I
guy's
got
phone-
kicked out
Mama,
of
if
the
you're
bar
gonna
for.
talk,
Did?
Mom, if you're gonna talk, you have to be on the mic
You
have to talk.
You got to.
because otherwise we're just talking to a ghost.
Yeah, there you go. Between throwing somebody's phone off the roof. Let's see.
Oh
I've
yeah.
done that.
Oh my gosh.
Did you get
I
kicked
forgot
out of the
about
bar? Because I think I'm the only one that's gotten kicked out of a bar for being aggressive, and
No,
I'm like the
I've
least
gotten-
aggressive
never been
person.
kicked out.
Yeah, I didn't get.
Yeah, I got kicked out
They
of the bar.
did.
And
They
that's
literally. They told me it was completely fine if I stayed.
because I was aggressive. You were there that night that I got kicked out of the bar for being aggressive because I brought my beer in, and they're like, "You need to throw that away." And I was like, "No, I'll just go outside." So I went outside with my beer, and they said I couldn't come back in because I was.
Yeah, but you
aggressive.
what? But
Love
you
that.
wasn't aggressive. That guy was just a cunt.
Yeah.
That guy
And
was
then
a
you have
cunt.
me when they tell me I need to finish my beer first. I do something stupid because, you know, as Josh loves to say, I like to make it all about me. So we're standing outside the bar
You're
in
it's like
Nashville.
a fucking superpower.
I know, it's crazy. I don't even mean to do it, but we're standing outside the bar in Nashville, and the guy's like, you have to finish your beer before you come in. It was, like, pretty much full. So me being a dumbass, I just, like, I got my lip to the actual curved part of the bottle and just was like this. Like, head up, just letting it pour down my throat. And when I finished it,
Talent.
I look up, and the bouncer's
Yeah.
face is like, what the fuck? And I was like, thank you, sir. Here's my trash.
And then let's say I slapped that guy out front of Live Oak that night
I don't
because of
remember
shit
any.
with you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The bus
okay.
night?
And then the cops just there, they were just even cool with me.
Well, that's because David and Reed had gone before y'all and were like, pull him out. We're about to
Oh,
beat
we
his
saw that
ass,
dude
'cause
the
here's
other
what
night.
happened. I saw him at Live Oak and I didn't
That's,
tell you.
Yeah, no, David told me, and he told me when I was talking to someone I thought was important at the time. I mean, they are important,
Yeah.
but I was just, I was like, don't tell me later, because I know I'm not going to act like a jackass now. And the reason why he called one of one of my friends to bitch about it, because he knew who I was,
Yeah.
and my friend was like, that's between you and him.
So
I'm not fucking with him.
You
So
tell
I
the
told
phone.
David.
You have to tell the story about the phone.
I told David, you have to get on the mic.
You have to get on the mic.
I told David not to tell you when I saw him.
Yeah.
And the reason I told David not to tell you is not because I saw him, but because the way I saw him was he made eye contact with me, and then I turned around, and when I turned around, he walked past me, and he like stuck his elbow out and hit my
Oh, yeah,
arm.
now that guy's going to die.
And I was like, and so he hit me, which second time the man has put his hands on me. I don't know how he didn't learn his lesson, because the first time he put his hands on me, they beat the fuck out
I
of him
remember that
outside of
night.
that bar.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't.
elbow to elbow, and I turned around and I was like, David, I'm telling you this because I know you're not going to do what I don't want you to do. I'm fine, but let's keep an eye on him. Here's what happened. Don't tell Josh. So
I don't know. I know. I don't know. I don't know what David and Reed did to him down at another bar.
Reed punched him in the face, knocked him out of his chair, and then David picked him up and bitch slapped him.
But I know. But I know what me and
Bitch slap
James.
is more embarrassing
I
to a man than a freaking punch in the face.
I know what me and James did to him.
Yeah, they beat
I
the
heard about
shit out
that.
of him outside of that bar.
That boy had a seizure.
And the thing was I had no idea.
I was inside eating my cheese
Oh, you,
sticks.
could, you it
was
didn't
like,
matter if you had
no
idea or not.
idea.
You can't stop. Look, I'm telling you, that's one thing about me. You can't stop me. Like, once I get something in my head like that, I am more about proving a point than being worried about the consequences.
Yeah.
I'll deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
Because I still to this day believe if a cop would have pulled up or said anything to me, I'd be like, This dude was just literally, I was like, you can take me to jail, but go get hers too, and then put us both in a cell together.
Yeah. Well, so in that situation, I had no idea, because my thing is always like, I can be in the most danger, and you got mad at me that night too, because you were like, you come to me and you tell me. I can be in the most danger and be like, I'm not gonna make a scene. I'll go cry about it in the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, was in the bathroom, like trying to catch my breath, trying to just, it was really a trauma response, just because like that. Like, the last time I had my hand laid on me, I also was asked if I wanted to die. You know what I mean? So, to me, it was like, that man just did something to me that scared me and put me back in that, like, mode of, like, in fear of my life.
I knew some
Fight
shit
or
was up
flight.
that night because, like, it was 6 of our friends marching out the door as fast as possible.
And see, I
They were
didn't
trying
even
to
know they
catch
knew.
my ass.
And I was like, all of a sudden, I see everybody, like, marching out the door, and I was like, something's going on. And you know me, I stay out of everything. I'm like, it's not my problem.
Yeah, so I didn't even know they knew. And then somebody came in the bathroom and was like, Macy, they just beat that man within an inch of his life. And it was like in anger, like towards me. And I was like, I'm over here, swollen
and-
face,
sorry,
hyperventilating.
And here's the story. The dude didn't get beat with an inch of light. He was a little bitch. I literally open-handed slapped him to the fucking ground one time. And then when he got back up, he stumbled towards me. And James, being the good man that he is, thought the dude was fixing to try to hit me while he was unbalanced. And James hit him with a one-piece. And next thing you know, the
Don't
bitch
mess
got
with
accordion
James.
legs.
I
Yeah,
know
don't
that
mess with
James is.
And then James immediately came to me and like hugged me real big, and he was like, "You're fine. You're okay. We've got you.
Well,
You're
well,
okay."
the dude didn't just do it to you though either, because like Damaris did it to Damaris, and I ain't no telling who else he did it to on the bus either.
Well, okay, so one thing that I learned too this past weekend, so I had a situation where a man came up and asked me, could he take a picture with me? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And I'm never going to say no. And he was drunk, and which drunk is never an excuse. However,
It's not an excuse.
it's a factor. But so whenever we went to take the picture, he just like wrapped his arm around me and then grabbed my ass.
Yeah.
Okay, but see, here's little old Macy not wanting to make a scene. I didn't say a word, and then I got
Get
berated.
your hand off my ass.
Then I got berated when I stepped away, and the guy who berated me was like, "You should have said something, because if he's willing to do it to you, who has attention on her out here, what is he waiting to do to the girl who's going to get wasted tonight? He's
See,
obviously not a
I
good guy."
am
I
an
hope-
asshole. I will be like, get your fucking hand off my ass.
Yeah, see, I have to learn to be that way.
You-
I'm always like, I just
You
don't wanna
will.
cause a
Once you get enough people that do shit
Yeah.
like you and cross you the wrong
Like,
way,
even that night when I
you
was-
will start fucking punching them in the face.
Right. Well, and I was also very upset by the fact that like I was made to feel guilty for the fact that like they went after him, because I was in the bathroom apologizing to the girls for crying. I was like, guys,
Wow.
I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm crying. I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm really sorry, because that's just who I am. I'm not going to be like, hey, okay, yeah, we joke about me getting the attention, but when it's a situation like that, I'm not going to be like, hey, everyone, I'm being dramatic and I'm scared. Ooh, woe is me. Everybody come look at me. Like, I went to the stall by myself and ended up with everybody in there because all of our friends are so loving and supporting.
I didn't know until you were at the bar and I could see it on your
yeah,
face.
because I didn't tell anybody.
And
just
I was
ran to
like,
the bathroom.
I just went over to you and I was like, "Are you all right?"
Yeah.
You're like, "I'm safe."
I'm gonna find this.
I just kept saying I'm safe.
I'm gonna
yeah.
find this thing from Megan Patrick's badass, Mitchell Tenpenny's wife.
Yeah.
I want to show you how when shit like that happens, how you supposed to fucking act, because it's not fair. Drunk dudes and fucking drunk
They're just more
lesbians.
eager to touch
Like,
you.
I
Yeah,
fuck
and
it.
drunk
A
lesbians,
drunk lesbian,
man.
I'll tell you this, and then I can get fucking canceled for it, and I don't care. A drunk lesbian is the fucking most aggressive thing on the planet.
Okay, let me step in on this one.
Because I'm telling you, they think that it is okay to be a handsy all over a woman. I've had several times that I've been around women, and you get a drunk ass lesbian that just goes way over the fucking line.
Okay,
will-
let me tell you a real quick Tinder story real quick about lesbians.
Okay.
So, I go both ways every
Yeah.
once in a while. And so I was like, well, let me turn on my women's side of
Yeah.
Tinder. I had more aggressive lesbians telling me they wanted to eat my muff than I had of men telling me they wanted to dick me down. And I
Girl,
was
make
like,
a
oh
meal
my
out of you.
God. I had shut my women off.
I would be overwhelmed.
I was. The women on there, I was like crazy.
So I did have one actually that it was a pleasant surprise, because 9 times out of 10 when you have like a more masculine, when you have a more masculine lesbian coming after you, they're gonna be like hands on and very much I want you, I want you, I want you. And that's just a personality trait usually. But there was one at the Hummingbird whenever we went. We actually ended up getting a picture with her. She was so like, at one point she grabbed my arm while she was talking to me, and then she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And I was like, oh, that's refreshing. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm trying to find. Okay, if I can't find it, I'm just gonna tell you what it does. Megan Patrick is on stage, and she's just a fucking badass anyway, right? Mm-hmm. And she is telling some guys, "How don't show us your tits." Megan stops her fucking show, and not only belittles the fuck out of this dude, but then kicks him the fuck out of her show. But the way that she talks to him is like, it's like I showed Gracie.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to act when a fucking guy steps over the line. Like, if a dude with you, if he wants to take a picture or whatever, and he acts that way, show your fucking ass.
Yeah, see, that's why I have to learn how to. Is there a YouTube channel I can watch on how to?
How to be a bad bitch.
How to be a bad bitch, yeah.
Just hang out with me more.
So I try to be so nice, and even when I'm uncomfortable, I'm
can't be
like,
nice
well,
all
I
the
don't want to
time.
embarrass them. But yeah, you can, because
Embarrass
that's not
'em.
nice.
Embarrass
Fuck
them.
that shit,
Make them
embarrass 'em.
feel like they're making you feel fucking disgusting. And they
Yeah.
should make them fucking...
Hey, look,
Mama said grab him by the crotch.
I think
I'd be like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman just thought
Oh,
he
here, I
would be so
found it.
kind to me by grabbing my ass.
Who said that? Don't be a pussy. Admit to it. You? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I did not fucking work my whole entire life and be broke. And it's sad to have some dipshit drunk in the audience tell me to show him his tits. This isn't a fucking strip club. Get the fuck out. If you're here to see country music and honesty and stories and have some beers and have a good time, you are welcome here. But that shit is not fucking welcome here. I work too damn hard, motherfucker. Fuck you.
that's a bad
Hell
bitch,
yeah.
boy. That is a bad bitch.
I love that.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you,
Hell
that is
yeah.
fire right there.
See,
I
I want to
love
be
that
that
mentality.
confident in my ability to stand up for myself.
Yeah, you're going to have to be.
Right.
Whether it's in music, social media, or whatever, you have to be.
And it doesn't matter if we have OnlyFans or not. We still have boundaries.
Right.
There are still boundaries.
Like you have to have my permission to
Right.
to put your hands on me.
Yeah, that's how you got to fucking act.
Right.
I think I told y'all, I had to go to that stupid ass Nashville mixer, like 2020 or 2021. I
that.
can't remember what the fuck it was or whatever. I hated going, but I got advised to go to make network and all this type of shit or whatever. There's a dude. I love the gays. Don't have a problem at all with the fucking gays or whatever. There was a dude who got fucking aggressive towards me, and his excuse was he was drunk. And he didn't just do it to me. He did it to other people that were there. And I was the only person that said anything. And everybody else was like, well, you can't because he's gay. And I was like, I'll be goddamn. You're not grabbing me.
Right.
Because if I was to do that to somebody else, I'd get fucking belittled for it. I'll never do it.
Right.
I'm not using drunk as an excuse. I don't care what you do. You're not fucking doing that to me. And I called him fucking out in front of everybody about it.
Right.
And some people were like, whoa, you can't do that. But if you don't stand up for yourself,
Nobody else is.
no,
Yeah, and you're
nobody
not
else
going to
gonna
put
do.
your hands on a woman without their permission.
No.
So it doesn't matter if he's gay or not. If he touched you without your permission,
Fuck, I've slept in the bed with probably everybody in this room, everybody that we have gone on trips with or whatever, and I get drunker than every fucking one of us.
yeah, 100%.
Yes.
And
vouch for that.
you ain't never heard a story
Where
or
you've been
when
too
I've ran my hands
Nope,
up your leg,
never.
grabbed your ass, felt you up or whatever when I've been drunk.
Yeah, because
No.
you're not that guy.
No,
The only time you had anything happen is to you when you've been drunk
yeah,
without your permission.
I've been molested. There you go.
It's accountability.
Thank you.
We talk about that in
Accountability,
therapy.
buddy.
Yes.
Do what?
We talk about that in therapy.
Oh,
If you don't tell it, then it's on another girl.
That's a big thing that I've been working on in therapy too. Mama and I had therapy all the way here too. But accountability has been a big thing for me because, when you think of the term accountability, you think of saying, okay, here's the mistake I made and I'm going to take accountability for it, right? But accountability really means you're taking what is yours, what belongs to you, which could be your body or your intellectual property or your ideas or, you know, how you feel. All of that belongs to you, and you're taking accountability for it. So if someone or something affects it, it's perfectly fine to take your own accountability. And that's why I say that, like, being a bad bitch, you know, is something that I'm working on, because I'll let people run all over me. I will completely cross off my boundaries just to make someone else comfortable. And that's not me taking accountability for me. That's me letting somebody else have that accountability, and that's not fair.
Well, you can't. I lived my life too long making myself uncomfortable to make other people comfortable.
Right. That's what I'm trying to get out of. I'm
And
tired
you
of that.
can't. But
You're
they're
gonna
not.
exhaust yourself.
That's exactly what I just said. I said I'm exhausted.
Yeah. You know how much better you feel when you realize that Gypsy's making herself happy the best way you can. You are doing the same. Kelly's doing the same. I'm doing the same. Like, that's all you have to do. You're supposed to be making yourself happy.
Yeah.
But by making yourself happy, it makes everybody else around you happier.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if they belong, they belong. And if they don't, they
Yeah.
don't. And I have to, that's the biggest thing for me, is I have to think about who I am really worried about keeping
Yeah.
in my circle. Because if I'm having to sacrifice my comfort to make you comfortable,
I won't
are
be around
you
those people.
really worth remaining in my life?
And
And
hey-
you're probably not.
And there's nothing wrong with growing your circle sometimes, but there's also nothing wrong with shrinking that motherfucker either.
Nothing at
there's
all.
also
yeah.
nothing wrong with telling everybody what you think so you don't bring it home to your mama.
Yeah.
That too.
But that's a lot. Sounds like
She's ill with
sound
me.
like
I'm not ill with you right now.
Now we're getting to mama-daughter therapy.
but this,
Sunday she was ill with me.
if you don't put a fucking microphone on your face, Kelly.
I know.
Yeah.
Pretend like you're sucking a dick, Kelly, over there with that microphone. There you
dear.
go.
I was
He's
gonna
so
tag Meg and
sexy.
Patrick in this, and then we went straight to sucking dick. This is like, you know what? Maybe I don't send her where I put her clip in the show.
Maybe just send her that clip.
Yeah, and then 2 minutes later, because the hope would be that she listened to the rest of it,
Oh.
because I want to have her on a writer's round.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Cut this part out.
No, I'm not. It's funny.
Gypsy
That's
10.
one thing that Josh will not do is
I won't.
editing. He hates that. I hate
Well,
it too.
it's not that I think it's a lie to the listener.
Mm-hmm.
I pitched this show to be real, authentic. I want them to hear our conversations.
Right.
I want them to hear what we actually talk about when no one's listening.
I tell people a lot. People are like, "What do y'all cut out?" Like, I'd love to see deleted scenes, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I cut out when we say people's names because we get way too far into talking shit, and we're gonna get in trouble. That's what I cut out.
I'm telling you, nicknames is the best thing you can come up with, folks.
Yeah, we're learning.
It's good. There's yeah.
We had a whole clip where I said the first and last name, and then David was like, "How do you pronounce that?" And then I said it again, and then Reed was like, "That's a stupid last name. Like, why would that even be a name?" And I was like, "I don't know. You know, it goes along with his personality." And then later I was like, "Let's make sure I don't forget to go in and cut that out because we're gonna get sued."
Oh, you will.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I've had to learn this. It's not. You can't get sued if you're telling the truth.
Cease
Yeah.
and desist letter.
You can, but you
can
also
get a
can
cease
wipe
and
your ass
desist.
with it too.
Yeah, and will.
I will. I dare
I
them.
will.
The thing is, you can't fuck with me. I mean, with stuff like that. If I, that's why, like I said, I think you and Reed have a good thing going.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I don't want to do that kind of stuff because if I'm going to talk about you, and it's in a negative way, I'm fucking taking you through there. I am dragging your ass.
Yeah.
I don't really want to bash people like that because I'm not like y'all. I literally will take it the way that bitch did with the cease and desist letter, and I took it
Yeah.
to the 100th level,
Yeah, and you did.
and I will. I will do that every single time. If you make me that mad, I'm fucking going ham on your ass.
Yeah.
And I just, I don't know how to put it.
Making me nervous.
People suck. That's how you put it.
And it's not that. It's just, I lost my point because I got so mad. I started thinking about that fucking cease and desist letter again. No, it's okay. I mean, nothing comes out of it.
His face
But
did
you
just
have
turn
when you,
like 10 more shades
I'm
of
telling
red, didn't
you,
it?
you don't realize how pissed I got about that.
Yeah.
I got so fucking hot.
I remember
about
because I got the
We
phone
were here
call.
for it.
But you learn with stuff like that or whatever, what you can and can't say. You can tell the truth.
Right.
Like you can always say anybody's full ass name if you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
But what's even better is when you don't have to say their name and the shoe fits so fucking good that people knew exactly who the fuck it was and who was wearing it.
Yeah.
That's
didn't
even
take me-
better.
It didn't take me 10 minutes to figure it out, and I was in North Carolina.
God, that shit's even better.
Oh man, that's tough.
I'm telling you. Well, you know what's crazy too? I have killed that bitch's career.
Good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, let me tell you. So, in speaking about what we had to cut out, we received threats after that, like blackmail threats, and I've got the screenshot. So please try to sue me.
Blackmail threats.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I was sent screenshots of private conversations that involved my mother, like her conversations as well, and it was like Duplin County's gonna love seeing these screenshots. So if you don't stop right now, we're gonna post these. And I called Mama, and I literally went, "What do you want me to do?" And Mama said, "I don't give a fuck." And I hung up, and I messaged back, and I said, "Please fuck with me, but first of all, are you willing to blackmail me with, number one, a sex tape that was made without my permission, and number two, screenshots of my mother's conversation? You're willing to blackmail me with that
Which
right
one
now?
of y'all
yes
have the
or
sex
no?"
tape?
Me.
I'm innocent.
Okay.
So it was so
Bitch, you just deep throated the microphone. Shut up.
so it was an accidental sex tape that was made with security cameras, but it was kept, and that was not. The discussion was like, "LOL, whoops, delete," and that is not what happened. So then it was brought back to me. I'll post
Yeah.
this sex tape, and I just said yes or no. Are you willing to blackmail me with this sex tape? Number one, and number
First
two.
off, why wouldn't you want them to post it?
No, okay. So I was
Because
on
you're
the
not
phone.
making money.
Right,
No,
I was on the phone with somebody.
I'll tell you why it's good in a second. Go ahead.
I was on the phone with somebody, and I was like, I might just message him back and be like, please post it and give me the link so I can tell people to go to subscribe to my OnlyFans.
That's exactly what you do.
But then that could have come across if we were, because they had already threatened a lawsuit as well.
Yeah.
So then that could have come across as me being like, well, that was my permission to post. So that's why I was careful with what I was saying. But I really wanted to be like, post that bitch.
No,
and then
But
give
then
them
do
the
you
link
want
to
my
my
receipts at the
OnlyFans.
same time?
Right. So Mom has a conversation, and they cut it out of context and make it look way worse than what it is. And they're
Yeah.
like, we're going to post this to all of Duplin County. And I was like, okay, uncle, brother, sister, dirt. Oh, yeah, cousin, dirt. I got those screenshots, too. I'll play all day, brother, and sent them all. I was like, I'll play. Let's
This
go.
was your family
This
doing
is fun. This, yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah.
It's a whole, we'll talk about it later.
I'm glad my family don't talk to me.
Mine doesn't either, so I don't have to worry about this shit.
I'm working
I
on
would have
that.
told them.
It
I
was-
would have said, please, for the love of God, post this sex tape. But when you do, tag me in it. Just tag me in it.
Make sure you tag.
And then that day on my everything,
This
I would
was-
have put the first thing on my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook that day. My link to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Your shit would have went through the fucking
This
roof.
is,
For everybody to get a better view, it would have went through the fucking roof.
Macy's 25 now.
Yeah.
And she's literally reliving my life.
So,
When I
yeah,
was 25.
it's from a situation when she was 25.
And it's
The screenshots are from,
literally
No.
thought that we were friends all these years.
The
and
conversations.
You find out who your
Oh.
friends are, right?
So the conversations were about her life when she was 25.
fuck. Who
That's why
didn't
she was
do
like, I
stupid
don't give a
shit?
fuck. And it wasn't even that, but it was made to look like Mom was now trying to step out and be dirty.
Yeah.
Does that
Away
make
from
sense?
her dad.
Away from my dad.
Okay.
So it was like, I'll post these and Duplin County will get a kick out of it. And that's why I called Mama first, because I was like, I'll shut up if you want me to shut up if this is bad. And Mom's like, I have a very easy explanation for every bit of that. That is
Yeah.
not what they're making it out to be. I don't give a fuck, and tell them I don't give a fuck. And I texted back and I was like, if you're willing to blackmail me, let's go. But here's all my receipts as well. And the dirt I got on your crowd is way better.
Did
than
all
the dirt
this
you think
come
you got
from
on
just
mine.
that bullshit you went through a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
it's
because
me.
when
It
you
put
mess
me
with
in it.
someone, whenever you call someone out who their entire bloodline is used to the whole community kissing their asses and
Yeah.
they can do no wrong. I'm not that bitch. I'm not kissing your ass. If you're fucking somebody over, if you are a shit fucking person,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell it. I just am. Especially if you fuck me over and hurt my feelings. And the thing was, it wasn't that my feelings were hurt. My kids' feelings being hurt and seeing a tear come from my youngin's eye because of the pain that was caused. That's when I was like,
I'm still kind of pissy about it.
that's when I was like, this shit's on fire
That's
and
when
it's
she
going
was
everywhere.
really mad. And then they came for her mama.
And when they came for Mama, I was like, oh, baby. Okay, actually, you know what? I wasn't going to talk about your uncle and your mama and your brother and your cousin. But now, since we're talking about it, I got those too. So start. You go first. And guess what? Radio silence.
Yeah, that's why I asked you if it was okay if I posted anything.
And that video was good too.
I
Did
did.
you delete it?
No,
Oh,
Mom
I was
couldn't
trying
find
to show Dad, and
no, that motherfucker's still there, unless they've reported it,
I was trying.
and
to
I just
show
hadn't looked.
Macy's dad, and he was like, "Girl, I already seen that."
Yeah, I don't think it got deleted.
That was good.
I
Boy,
don't
I was
see. My
cracking
my
up.
thing is, and this is what me and Gypsy we were going to try to wrap it around to this some point in time today. Anyway, is like I don't get to see my other daughter.
Right.
So when I see dads and moms, especially taking care of their youngins and participating in like stepkids' lives or whatever, I'm like, okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fucking what you're supposed to do or whatever. Because I'd give up an arm and a leg for that shit, right? And then when you see somebody fuck over a kid,
Yep. Fuck that.
you will light a fire in my. I usually wouldn't even post fucking nothing like that. I usually wouldn't even go at nobody's head.
No, I know what got you. What got you was I said
Oh yeah, it's still there.
he knew what he was doing, and on Tuesday he was playing baseball with my baby.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Turn-
Tuesday he hugged me
On
because
Tuesday,
I've known him since the day he was born.
yeah. So he played baseball in the yard with my kid, and then I said me and Gracelyn were sitting on the porch watching them play baseball, and in my head I was like, "This is what I have wanted. I'm so thankful. I'm so glad and happy, and my kids are happy, and my kid has somebody who's playing baseball with him in the yard. This is beautiful." And I even was like, "Let's go inside. It's getting dark." And he turned around and was like, "No, I'm loving this so much. Just y'all go cook something."
I swear, if I ever go to fucking North Carolina,
That's what got me is like, and I said that. I was like, did you not get out of your truck on Tuesday and make an active decision to be a stepdaddy? Did you not tell me out of your mouth, I want to be a stepdaddy? Knowing you were fucking 5 other girls? Knowing you had no intention of building a family with me? Yeah, fuck you. Because the first time my kid said, "Is he coming to my game?" And I said no, and he had a tear come out of his eye.
yeah, I would. I'm telling you, I'd have murdered him. I'd have murdered.
That's when I was like, all these screenshots are going on TikTok, you bitch.
You should have.
And then he was, and I did. And then
Not
he was
all
like,
of them.
and then he said, yeah, not the family stuff. I told him to go first, and he didn't go first, so I kept my word. But then he messaged me and was like, the girl, we'll call her Sybil. He's like, you put Sybil's face in it, and she didn't want her face to be in it, and I was like,
Should have had your face on her dick.
yeah, what do
then,
you mean?
Or
Like,
whatever.
I didn't want to be in this either, dog. She,
Yeah.
she's still in your bed right now. You're telling me she didn't want her face in it? Dog, she was dumb as fuck. We all look dumb as fuck.
Next
But
time, turn her around when you
Sybil-
take the picture, dumbass.
Sybil was the one saying just as much. She was the one that was worried. She was the one that posted
She
them
was,
on.
first she was apologizing to me, and then I guess he talked her out of it. So then she was coming at me too.
She
and I was
would,
like, man,
but
fuck all y'all.
The way this all happened was because Sybil posted it somewhere. Is this your boyfriend? Checking.
Right.
Just checking.
And he was. Well, he's still her boyfriend, so that's good for her.
After all
Oh,
of
they
this.
stayed together?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's a dumb bitch.
Ain't it?
She's 18.
Oh, she's a dumb bitch.
Yeah. No. She's not a dumb bitch. She's just still a baby.
18.
She had.
And then
She
the
has
other
to
two
learn
called-
that lesson the hard way.
That
was
bitch
our
still
driver.
coloring books. Or she already like graduated.
She's already graduated.
Then she's a dumb bitch. If you know that you're getting cheated on, you know you're getting fucked over, and you choose to stay,
Yeah.
boy, you're a dumb ass.
Yeah.
But then it was the
No
last
offense.
trip here, and the other 2 girls were on the telephone too.
There
Yeah.
was 2 more other girls.
There was 5
Yes,
other girls
on
total.
the phone with
That all
Ma-
reached
Let
out
me
to
get in
me.
this microphone. On the phone.
You really got in it.
On the phone with Macy, telling everything.
All the details.
And because of their status,
Status.
Yes.
So this is a prominent family.
they called the next day and said, "You all better shut up," and they all shut
And
up.
then all the girls came to me and was like, "Never
Man.
mind. I don't want to talk about this ever again."
'Cause
But me, but you don't see me shutting up, right? I don't give a shit.
You don't have to.
And then I was threatened, so it was my mom's gonna beat your ass. And you know what I said? Can you make sure she does it in a public place so when I hit her with that lawsuit, I get a public embarrassment as well? Because I can get up to $250,000 in the state of North Carolina. So I said, that's what I said. I said,
She
and
ain't
make
gotta
sure she
break
breaks
one
a
bone,
bone,
just tell her to
please.
touch you.
I said, let her break one bone, please. That lawsuit is gonna be beautiful.
I hold my pinky up like this and
Mm.
say, bitch swing.
It's bitch swing. Hey, I said, I'm not gonna fight back either. I'm gonna let her beat the fuck out of me. Beat the shit out of me.
You will be happy one day that you had that all these morons are fucking with you.
One day.
Yeah, it's just more. It's just so stupid.
Yeah. And how many times did I say that on the way home from Georgia? I was like, I'd start laughing. Okay, this is how you know I am some extension of you, Josh Terry. Good God. Because I'd get a tear in my eye, and then I'd go like this for a second, and then I would start doing this, like, demented laugh.
Oh, I know that all too well.
I would do this
I know that
demented
demon.
laugh.
He sits front row in my life.
Oh, yeah. I'd do that laugh, and then I'd go, this is so fucking stupid.
I do that way too fucking
Ooh-wee.
often.
And that's when that evil fire got
Well,
started.
but that's when you realize you allowed it to happen to you.
100%. And that's why I kept saying this is so
Yeah.
stupid, because I was like, I told myself in the beginning I was not going to pursue this because of how much of a
Yeah.
risk it was. And then I pursued it. And now I'm over here like, oh, I got cheated on. Where? I knew I was going to get cheated
But the thing is, though, you're learning something, though, at an early age that
Mm-hmm.
probably me and Gypsy, I can't really say it's your mom because I don't really know when she did, but me and Gypsy were kind of talking about this earlier. We didn't learn it till later in life, till I was probably like in my 30s, that it's just where when you start to avoid the conflict before it happens. Like, you know that it's coming, but you know not to go towards it anymore.
Right.
At your age, a red flag is fun.
Boy, at my age.
You're still playing fucking Rover, come the fuck over.
Well, so it's not even that it is fun so much as it's like I still have had that naive thought in my head that tells me that
It's
it is a
appealing to
red
you.
flag, but maybe I can change
That
it.
butt,
Is not
don't
a
ever
thing.
stop being a butt.
Right. Remember, if you have a butt in there, leave it out.
Yeah.
It never stops. And you realize that red flags, it's just not what it used to be. Like in your 20s, in your 20s or whatever, it's where it's appealing because dangerous is fun.
Yeah.
Like it's something that you don't know. The unknown is fun because you've never been down that road before. It's like, oh, what if I can change this?
Right. Let's
what
see
if
if
I
this will
can?
work out.
What if I can make this better? Nobody else has done it yet. But by the time you get mature and you realize,
But you never can
nope,
change it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Then the way you look at it when you get in your 30s is, fuck, nobody else has ever changed this.
Right.
Why hasn't anybody else ever changed this?
Yeah.
That red flag is always going to be a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
It stops being an oopsie and it starts becoming like a trait, a personality trait. And you can tell with folks.
Oh, off the bat.
It's just, you just don't know. And then you honestly, since you had youngins young,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably more mature now than I was at 30. Like, you've lived more now than most people by 25. So it'll come quicker than you, but you'll start to realize them red flags and that dangerous shit don't lead to nothing but danger.
Right.
Trust me, I was you.
I know.
I don't know how many times I have told you this.
Yeah.
You are me like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Love that.
So just trust your instinct.
Yeah.
When you
Well-
have that button there, avoid it like I have this microphone every time I go and have a cigarette.
So I say this a lot too. Whenever I get that comment, it's like, you're so much more mature than most 25-year-olds. That does, that is a good thing. That is great, But where I'm mature is that I can handle life on my own. I can handle responsibilities on my own. I have built my life completely by myself, and I am really good at that. So I'm really good at handling, like, continuing, fighting, moving on, continuing to build my life, and that's great. Where I am still only 25 is in terms of that idea in my head that I can have this fairy tale story and that it'll just work out easily.
You can.
That's what I'm
Yeah, but
trying
there's-
to
You know
make
what you
more
want?
realistic.
You want to have that part where somebody loves you so deeply and so truly
And
in
effortlessly.
everything
Yeah.
in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't limit
But
yourself to
don't.
one fairy tale story either.
But don't.
There's a whole lot of fucking different fairy tales.
People
true.
that make it look like a fairy tale right in the beginning, that's not true.
Yeah.
It's true.
No,
No, that's what I'm saying. Just because when you say fairy tale, you
I
got
think
to
you should
remember
grow.
there's 100
together.
different fucking fairy tales
Yeah.
with Disney. If there's not more, I
Mm-hmm.
really don't know. Just because the whatever you're going through right now isn't a fairy tale to somebody else doesn't mean it won't end up being your fairy tale.
Right.
Well, just don't have it be Princess and the Frog. Have it Beauty and the Beast, baby.
It's definitely
Man, I've
Princess
been
and the
kissing
Frog.
frogs like
I
a
know.
motherfucker,
Make it
man.
Beauty and the Beast, because sometimes you have to deal with a little bit of the Beast in the beginning
Yeah.
to get your true prince
Well,
at the
and
end.
I think too is like I have put the idea, and I'm actually really thankful for what I just went through because it swapped my thinking really quickly, because what I was so focused on and so steadfast on was I wanted to give my kids a stepdad.
Right.
And I wanted a mama and a daddy and the babies in the house. And that was the only idea of a fairy tale to me. And I had this breakthrough after that where I said, hold on, I have given my children a whole, fulfilling, and happy home. Just me and them. We don't need anything. We don't want for anything. We're not missing. They're not missing a stepdad. If anything, the stepdad figure that they have seen has not been what they needed. It's been a step backwards. So where you just said there's different fairy tales, like that is the one thing that snapped in my head. I was like, I have been so desperate for a stepdaddy in my home when that's not even what I'm looking for. I'm looking to be loved correctly, and then my children will see how to be loved correctly. That has nothing to do with a stepdaddy because they don't need that. They're perfectly fine with just me, happy as they can be, fulfilled, have everything they want.
Yeah, bitch, you ever thinking like Brady Bunch.
But the problem with this one was you thought he was safe
Yeah.
because you've known him his whole life.
Yeah, so I did think it was safe.
I don't
But it
know
wasn't.
why.
That's okay.
From the stories you've told me. It's like I'm not going to fucking go find a barrel racer and be like, you know what? She sounds like a good idea.
You know what that goes to, though? That goes really to that naive idea of I've seen it once before, I can get it back out. If I have seen good once, I will believe. I mean, that's why I was with my kid's dad for so long. I was
Look,
with him for 7 years.
I
And I
will-
was like, well, he was good one time before, so I'll just keep fighting to make him good.
You better weigh it. I always like to do on almost every decision I make that is a big decision in my life. I still will simplify. I love everything simplified in my life. I will get a sheet of paper and I will do pros and cons. And if the cons always outweigh the pros in that moment, it is never a good idea.
Never good. Yeah, and that voice is always in the back of your head telling you it's not a good
Make sure
idea.
you burn that paper after.
That
So in case it does work out, she don't find it.
so she doesn't.
Trust me, it probably ain't working out.
That would suck.
But
Probably work.
but that doesn't mean you can't revisit it later on when you see them doing better.
Right.
Don't be the person that, okay, look at it as if it was a car. If the whole car is fucked up, you got to change the engine, the battery, the transmission, change the oil, change all the fluid, change everything. Don't be the person that starts off with changing the battery. Let everybody else drain the oil first. Let everybody else drain the transmission fluid. Let somebody else put the transmission in. Somebody else put the motor in. Don't try to fix the last part that needs to be fixed. Let somebody else do the major work. Go ahead and have that all set to where if there is a piece that is missing, that you are the minor piece.
Yeah.
And then when you come in, then you're good.
Oh my God, that was
gonna give him a
so
whole preaching show.
philosophical. That was
Joshua.
beautiful.
I'm fucking good at what I do, bitches. I want to tell
Thank
you.
you. Gosh, I love that. I'm gonna hold on to that for the rest of my life.
You want to.
Where are you in your mechanic status?
Yeah,
please,
have
sir?
you fixed your engine yet, or do you still need some time? Because I don't want to be. If you're a lemon, you need to stay over there.
All right,
Well, you'll
so
be able to
on
tell fucking Lemon because they hadn't fixed nothing in years.
that song that girl played on the last Live Oak show that you guys did.
Becca
Becca.
Ray.
That last song she
was
played.
not fixing a man. I can't remember how it
Fix
actually.
you too, Megan
You Too.
Maroney,
Megan Maroney. That song that she played there, I cried in my van.
baby.
And I was like, she's so true. I'm so sick of fixing everybody. I've been working
I
on
don't-
myself for the last 3.5
So
years.
can I
I don't
tell
have
you
energy to fix
something?
anybody else anymore.
Can I tell you something funny about her playing that song?
Yeah.
I was outside, and I had just sat down with David, and I said, I feel like I need to tell you this because David and I had kind of started something and then like didn't because I went back to shithead. Stupid on my part, LOL. But I went back to dude, and I was like, David, sit down with me. I said, I know I don't have to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this because that's just who I am. I don't want there to be any secrets. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, that little while that I didn't, engage with you is because I went back to my drug addict ex-boyfriend. I sat him down and I was like, I went back to him and I got I just found out I got cheated on and, I'm hurting and I'm not okay right now. So if you see a different behavior in me, please know it's nothing that you have done.
Right.
There's nothing different between you and I. It's just, I'm really not okay right now.
Right.
And he was like, you didn't have to tell me that, but thank you. Right after he said thank you, I went to start saying something and I wrote this with Meg Maroney. This is Fix You Too. I've been listening to Fix You Too since it came out.
Yeah. Love that song.
And
I'd
when
never
I heard it,
before.
I went, maybe we can be something somewhere down the road. Oh my God. I was just like, hold on, I'm going to go cry.
You fucking idiot.
Not a God moment. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.
I just get tired of seeing folks try to fix people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be your job to fix
And,
yourself.
and
Exactly.
that's such a natural state for me that I'm really doing the work. When I say I'm really doing the work, y'all, like my therapist probably hates me because I really just
does
she
not.
does. She loves me,
She
but
does not.
she does get a little frustrated
And
with me.
it's my fault because I tried to fix everybody too.
We're just call us the mechanics.
Y'all are idiots. That's another fucking word for it.
Yes, sir.
Is idiots.
Yes, I agree.
I don't have that. I don't have it. I don't want it. I look at you and I don't have nothing against broken people because I'm broken. I actually like broken people. I like fucked up people because fucked up people don't judge fucked up people.
Right.
And it makes you easier to be yourself around broken folks. But one thing I'm not fixing to do is look at myself and say, oh, I'm broken. So you know what's going to make sense for me is to hook up and be with somebody that's just as broken.
Or more broken.
Or more broken.
broken.
Because
And
then
that's
you
what
got
the
two
problem
people or the best relationships are not 50-50. It's 100 and 100.
Yes.
And you can't give somebody your all and be good to them unless you're fucking right.
Right.
And we've all been through some stuff, but
Right.
it takes an adult that recognizes that they have been through stuff to be able to be with another human.
Yeah.
And
It's a
deal
lot
with
about
their problems.
there has to be that level of acceptance too, but it can't go too far. So that's where I've been is like, well, if you're not okay, that's fine. I'll be okay for you. And the whole time I know I'm not okay either. So it's like, why am I even trying to pour into this person when I'm empty? I'm not okay.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
gonna.
Can't
I'm
pour
not
from an
gonna
empty cup, baby.
right, and I'm not gonna pour into this. And Mom and I were talking about this on the way here. Like, I feel so calm where I am right now. And I don't have a sense of urgency, and I don't have a sense of, like anxiety at all. I don't feel like there's something that I need to like push to make sure it's good. I truly am just sitting in this place where I'm like, it's going to come when it comes, and it's going to be because I have opened up myself because I'm ready to accept good love, because that's the only thing I'm willing to accept now.
Yeah, exactly.
I have been, I know, right? And that's why I say I'm actually thankful for the fact that I got cheated on, because
You always
I
will be.
snapped, and I was like, I'm not going to love somebody who doesn't deserve me ever again.
No, nobody stands up at the altar on their wedding day that's actually truly happy with their person and ever thinks about the shit that bad happened to them. Never thinks about the relationships that didn't work. And everybody, they don't have what ifs when it comes to other people. They have probably, why didn't this happen sooner? But at the same time, like, you have to be grateful that you went down those broken roads, because if you didn't go down them, it don't end to where you're supposed to.
Exactly.
Get her, Josh.
And if you harp too
You
much
think I
on
went
that
through 3
shit,
marriages without fucking...
Hey, Gypsy, that's why we're sisters. 3.
Right. Yeah. You want that love so bad.
Right.
And I'm not saying, like, I don't regret any of my marriages. I don't. And I will say my first 2 marriages, like, it was totally me. I was the crazy fucking bitch. You know what I mean? And there was little things that freaking pissed me off, but I was young, And then you get in, and I feel like my 3rd marriage was my payback for fucking over my 2 ex-husbands.
I said
first
that. I
ones.
was like, is this my karma?
So, I mean, my first 2 ex-husbands, they're great people. They're great men, and, but I learned a lot more lessons from the last one than I did the first 2.
you know what? You know, I think yours are obviously so bad, just like mine are obviously so bad,
Wow.
because we're obviously supposed to get the fuck away from them,
Yeah.
and we're hard headed.
Yeah.
I don't learn lessons easy.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna do everything I can to prove everybody else wrong before
Yeah.
I finally am like, all right, I was wrong. Cool.
So they're literally so bad
Yeah.
that is like, okay, we get it.
I
We're
get
not
it
supposed to
now.
be here.
Fine.
Yeah, I understand.
No, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I got those screenshots, and I was like, I got those first screenshots, and at that point, I only knew about one girl, and I still, Mom's like, don't call him, and I was like, no, I'm gonna call him, and I get him on the phone, and I'm like, explain, tell me what you did, and he's lie, and finally, I was like, you know what? I actually don't need to hear this from you, because there's nothing left to say. I don't know why I called. I'm sorry. I hang up, and maybe 3 hours later, I'm like, okay, I'll ask him to explain himself. So I'm texting him. And the reason that I let it go is because Reagan and Lauren were like, they were with us in Georgia this last time, and they were like, okay, text him as much as you want to. and sit there and revel in that shit and hurt your own damn feelings as much as you want to. Midnight, you're blocking him. And then we'll check again in the morning, and then we'll check again before we leave tomorrow afternoon. But you've got to block him because you're just running yourself in circles at this point. You're hurting your own feelings. And I blocked him and then thought about unblocking him that morning and got a message from his ex-girlfriend who had also been, they had been trying to get back together, and she had been sleeping at his house and da-da-da. And 2 hours later got messages from another girl, and 2 hours later got messages from another girl. And I was like, okay, God, I get it. I won't unblock him. Okay? Yeah, cool. There's 5 of them. Don't show me anymore. I don't need any more evidence. Okay, we're done. I'm done with this.
Just a trip to the health department.
I did do that actually.
That's good for you.
Yeah,
I did.
Hello.
I
Live in
got
the
swab,
same
blood
world I do.
test, the pee test, the mouth swab, all that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I quit going.
Don't say that on your podcast. There's some women
What?
who might still want to sleep with you.
Well, they need to know I quit going. What's
I
going to
go
happen
every
now
time
is
I
just
have
going to
sex, so
happen.
It's only like once a year I have to go now.
How about how he changed out his pictures?
Well, maybe we'll just stop talking about him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's it.
He's getting too much attention.
That's it.
He is getting
Fuck that
attention,
guy.
But I would like to say how he changed out his pictures.
He did. He hung different pictures in his house for different girls, and you can see in the pictures that like I got sent photos like of proof that they had been sleeping with him at the same time that me and him were together, and he was changing what was hung up. He was changing the signs that were stood up, and I caught that twice. And both
ignored it.
times I was like, "That's kind of weird. I wonder if he's had his ex-girlfriend over here." Because the 2 times I caught it, it was those quote things that only women buy, the "I will love you forever and a day" stuff like that, the little like wood quote photo things, and they were on the counter. And I was like, "That's odd. I wonder if she's been over here." And I was like, "No, I'm being crazy."
Did you ever listen to that thing I sent you from Lonesome Dove?
Yes.
It's right above you right now. But anyway, all right, so we're getting off here. I want to thank all y'all. Gypsy, thank you for hanging out, even though we hadn't done shit the past 2 days.
That's all right. We just came back from Nashville. We're both
But
tired.
thank you.
I got so much work.
I wanted to tell you thank you very much for all the help you did to Creative Vets and
Oh,
helping
thank
out
you.
the golf tournament.
Thanks
and
for
being
introducing me to them.
and being an extension of Raising Grace Studios and myself. I
Thanks for
heard you.
inviting me.
I heard
That's
you
a high
made
honor.
what?
An extension of Raising Grace Studios. I like it.
Well, all of y'all are. But I heard you did very good, and had a lot of fun with those folks. So thank you.
Oh my God, I did. I had a blast there.
And Kelly, thank you for cooking for my drunk ass on all the trips. Now I very much appreciate that.
You're welcome, baby.
She can't wait for our next week-long trip because she now has a different plan because she figured out that nobody eats breakfast. So
All you gotta do is cook dinner and then
tell
I'll
you.
just eat leftovers.
That's what she said, yeah.
It's lunchtime, and then y'all can have it through the morning.
So the last time she got up at 6 a.m. and we were all still up and hadn't gone to sleep yet. So she
Yeah.
I was
cooked
making
all the
breakfast,
leftovers.
and y'all were eating steaks.
We were
They
eating
were,
steaks.
they were good
I
steaks.
saw that drunk picture.
God, that was something.
I don't remember that fucking at
I'll
all.
get the next one.
I just remember Riley putting tequila in my orange juice, and I had a plane to get on, and I don't remember getting on the first plane. I woke up on the floor in ATL. That's what I remember first.
I left her with a little old couple. I was like, I really got to get to that.
The first time I left Nashville after doing a group show, like at the beginning of last year before I ever even met you, that's when I woke up in Atlanta too, but I was driving.
Heavens! Well, I woke up on the floor.
That's where the "What would George Jones" quote came from.
Yeah, there you go. What would George Jones leave? He would leave.
He would leave in the
He would
middle of the
leave.
night because he's ready to get home.
See y'all, he's gone. He's
That's
done.
what happens.
I woke up on the floor and looked up and saw an old couple and was like, where am I?
And
They said, your mom left you. She went to the bathroom. You're safe. And I was like, okay. I don't know what is happening. Where are we? I had no idea. I don't remember the plane or anything.
You were abducted
It was bad.
in plain sight. Anyway, all right. Well, I love y'all,
I love
and
you.
thank y'all for hanging out, and thank y'all for listening. Y'all go download Toxic Talk
Toxic Talk with Macy and Reed.
and Gypsy.
At Google me, Gypsy Undersupervised 1. Lots of fun naked things.
Yeah, we're gonna get Kelly a cookbook soon.
Yeah, there we go.
Hell yeah.
All right, folks. Well, I will see y'all later. Love each and every one of y'all.